No, my camera still so. All right. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay at home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the crossing guards, the school teachers. Shout out to law enforcement personnel, medical field personnel, construction workers, heavy equipment operators, whatever your job description is. Manners and respect to you. Big up and shout out to you. It's early in the morning. Oh, people there. I wasn't. I wasn't paying attention to the people coming into the room. People are here. I thought we were starting too early and nobody no wake up yet. But apparently people are. Oh, I didn't even put my hair down. Rotted. Anyways, manners and respect. Somebody says, SouFlo, is this your new intro where you put your hair down, tie up your hair as you're starting? No, me just horrific come in and forget to do it. So here we are. All right, regular thing. All right. Morning, 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 morning. Shout out to the people tuning in this morning. On get up early, man. Good God. But I saw it go. People have to get up and go work. We are adulting. We are big peopling. We are adulting and big peopling. If you up this hours of the morning because you're going to work or coming from work, you are adulting. Okay? Manners and respect, everybody. I see a lot of happy Veterans Day. Shout out to my veterans out there. Every branch of the military. Shout out. And people, today is not the day to say today is not, it's Veterans Day. It's not active duty people day, right? So don't go around saying thank you for your, well, you can always say thank you for your service to those who are currently serving, but for the Veterans Day is for those who served and are out the way. They are laying dormant. I don't know, them probably retired or they've moved on to another career path. Some are with them on standby, like if they call us back, we'll have to go. Some of us are going to be like that for quite a period of time until we actually age out. And then in a catastrophic event, then we probably would be called back anyways. But veterans are different from our fallen. So today is Veterans Day, not Memorial Day, Veterans Day. So shout out to those who gave. Some gave all gave some. That's how it says. All gave some gave all. That's for those who passed. But shout out to my veterans, man. Shout out to every single branch. We have our inside jokes for each branch. You know, the Army ain't ready for the Marines yet, and the Marines are what do you call the Marines? All kinds of jokes. We just have all kinds of jokes. Air Force get the worst. Chair Force. Big up to everybody, right? I hope y'all are doing well. I know some of y'all going through it. Still, go check in. My advice to the vets are go check in. I hate the VA. I'll say it out loud on this platform. I hate the VA. Give me 2 minutes to vent, right? Watch this. There's a system that's set up in the US. Now, first of all, if you're from the US or you're spoiled because I don't think any other country in the world does this. So we have luxury that we do take for granted. For instance, if you serve in the military in majority of all the other countries around the world, they say thank you for your service, pat you on your back, send you on your way. It doesn't matter if you've been to combat multiple times, you come back shell shocked, you come back messed up in the head. They have no resources for you. You got to go help yourself or find help for yourself. In the US, they have a system, right, where veterans are pretty much taken care of for the rest of their lives for a few years of service. I can vouch for this. Like, I have my education paid for up to a master's degree. Anything after that, if I want to go for a doctorate, I already got to a master's paid for. I should be able to be in a lucrative career field to where I could afford to go on to a doctorate. These are things that, but when it comes to healthcare and when it comes to the system that's in place, I have a love hate relationship with the VA, the Veterans Administration. So you'll see homeless veterans out in the streets. They're begging for change. civilians are saying, yo, this is wicked. They serve the best nation in the world and they end up on the streets. Not quite true. Not quite true. What it is these veterans, they do have care available for them. But it's like you have to sell your body hole to get the proper care. And then on top of it, it's not consistent. I'll give you a good example for myself. After getting the runabouts, after being experimented on with like 10 different drugs, um, I finally found the right person. And I found the right person to help. And within a month of finding that right person, I show up at the VA for my next appointment after a series of appointments, psychiatrists, psychologists. The person was there no more. Like from one day to the next. Where did she go? She moved on. We've moved her to another facility. She was promoted to something, something. Nobody tells you they're leaving. You just boom, in with a new person. And you got to start all over again, right? Or I don't know, just a bunch of foolishness that goes on at the VA. And then the people that they hire at the VA, a lot of them, they're company people. You know, company people, them coming like politics, that they come in like people who are party people in politics. They care more about a party than they actually care about the country. Company people in the VA, they care more about the VA and the VA making some money than they care about the actual veterans. You know what I'm saying? So my head hurt. Oh, take these pills right here. What are these? It'll help you. Trust me, it'll help you. And you take the pills, and then you can't feel your dick for like 2 weeks. Then you go back and you're like, hey, I haven't been having the headaches, but my dick doesn't work. I normally get a stiffy in the morning. I haven't seen a stiffy in like 2 weeks. Oh, whoa, that's not good. You're too young for that. Okay, we'll change that. Take these. What are these? Oh, trust me, they'll help you. You take those, and then you're out here freaking out, you're hallucinating, you're seeing shit that's not there. You go back to them, you're like, hey, these I don't have a headache, but now I think I'm seeing stuff that's not there. Oh wow, that's probably your doses are too strong. Let's lower your doses. No, I don't want you to lower my doses. I just want you to don't give me those. All right, take these then. I swear to you, I took a bag, right? Once I realized what was going on, I took a bag, I put the bag to the side. I say all this to you because I want it to be documented. I take a bag, I put the bag to the side, a big shopping bag in. I said every time they change my medication, I'm gonna put a sample of it in the bag. I put a sample in, I put a sample in, I put a sample in. I filled the friggin' shopping bag with so many different medications. I was like, yo, you are a guinea pig. They're using yours. No way. And I'm asking my civilian friends, you ever heard of this? Anybody you know that's on this? And they're like, what they got you on this for? Hey, let's go in the medical dictionary. Let's look this up. Let me tell you what you're on. You know, say I'm mad people them get this to right. You know, say you're on this for psychosis and stuff. I'm like, what? Yo, take me off of all of this. Give me some ganja. I'm a good, right? So the Veterans Association, the VA, they're there. They need a tweaking, but and I say that on behalf of all the veterans that are going through it. It's a love-hate relationship with them, but we still give thanks because we realize that it could have been worse. Like there could be absolutely nothing available for you, right? So I'm not complaining, but I'm just letting you know the kinks that are out there so you understand vets when you see them what they might be going through. Not all of them, but some of them. Some people never went through nothing. They had a cushy job. Their MOS was nice. You know, they didn't get sent anywhere. They didn't do anything much. They've been sitting in a chair the whole time punching things at a computer, but there are a lot of others who actually really did stuff that kind of messes with them. And you have some compassion for a vet. That's all I'm gonna say today. So happy Veterans Day to all the veterans again. Manners and respect to each and every one of you tuning in and allowing me to vent for them 2-3 minutes. Back to this. It's the freaking weekend, baby! Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Here to see another Friday, man. We made it through another week. I'm still healthy and strong and feeling good and all these things, and I have to give thanks. My children are healthy and strong and feeling good and all these things. Well, they're a bit down. Everybody have runny nose and this, that, and the other, but that's minor. That's minor compared to what some people are going through. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody tuning in this beautiful Friday, right? We give thanks and we move on with the show. Could I start your own pharmacy? Audrey Wright says, I swear I could have. Yo, one time, you know, we get some pills one time, right? This me. I tell the people, say, I can't sleep. The lady is like, so, when you say you can't sleep, what do you mean? Like, you sleep like 3, 4, 5 hours and then you get up? I'm like, no, I'm up for like 2 days in a row, like 48 hours straight. Then I'll crash. And then I'll sleep for 4 or 5 hours. And then I'm crash again. And then I'm up for the next 48 hours, 2 days straight, and then I'll crash. She was like, that's not good. You know, they explain that to you. It's gonna uh mess with your heart. Your circadian rhythm gets messed up. It starts messing with your heart. It will literally shred your heart muscles. So eventually, as you get older, you're going to start to develop heart problems along with other things. Stroke could happen, brain aneurysms could develop, all kinds of stuff, right? This is serious stuff. So we need to get you to sleep. Then give me something, right? And I took it. I ain't gonna lie, I was in love with it. I was in love with that one. Cause before I go to bed at nighttime, now I was getting some good sleep off of this thing. Before I until I read the side effects, then I didn't want to take it no more. Cause I couldn't feel my dick. But you take it right before you go to bed and you're like this. I'm seeing butterflies. I'm walking around the house like this. Like I'm walking through a big green field with high grass, and none of the grass cuts you because they're soft as cotton, and they're these big, beautiful butterflies, and you just pet their wings as they're flying by. So me, I go and through the house, you know, I'm petting the butterflies' wings as they're flying by, and as soon as I lay down, done, and I wake up on time, and I I wake up on time, and I wake up alert and ready, and I'm like, yo, this is it. This is it. I think Shakira used to laugh because I used to be in here like this and me go up to her and go boop on her nose and she's like, get off me. What are you doing? Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo.
Good morning, family. How you doing this morning?
I'm okay, man. I love you and love the family. You see
Uh
what you're talking about there, yeah?
mm-hmm.
I've been through that experience.
You've been through it.
Yeah, I've been through that experience.
Do you have us on speaker,
And I'm
Bluetooth,
telling you,
or
when someone is really like, in Jamaica, they have no problem for sick people nowhere. Even when you're like,
hold
you're
on.
distressed, they will push you away.
Wait. You went through it in the Jamaican army or Jamaican military?
No, I wasn't in the Jamaican army or the Jamaican military, yeah? I was away. And I was in Luxembourg, but I was a policeman in another country.
Okay.
And I get problem, but I'm telling you, I went back to Jamaica and I have mental problem. And you know what they said? I was the worst person.
Yeah, but you see, if you had issues that occurred that you got from somewhere else, and then you end up in Jamaica with your issues, that's like I could have told you that. Um, it's not like you served in Jamaica and now they're gonna be like, okay, we're looking out for one of our veterans or one of our former
No, they
officers.
don't do that. They put you down.
Yeah, but you're not one of them. That's the problem. So
Yeah, that's true.
you
I
brought your issue
understand that.
to them. Right, and resources
Yeah,
in
and
Jamaica
I
are very
end up to
limited.
escape from these people.
You what?
I escaped back from them.
You escaped back?
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah, I escaped
what?
because I was. I'm going to tell you, my own people then put me in Ward 21. You know where is Ward 21?
Yes,
Ward 21 is University Hospital where you're crazy.
right.
And I
Vlog.
didn't take their medication. I didn't do nothing. Yeah. But I have a girlfriend at that time when my family tried to control me and keep me in there. But this girl one day, because I'm not eating from them, because they could put the medicine in the food and so, yeah.
Right.
So I'm not eating from them. So one day the girl, she come and she visit me and I said, go, I'm a big man. Tell them that you respond to me. And that same day I get out that place. pushing my own people. Them try to make me go crazy in that place.
Wait, who put you
Yeah,
in there? Who put you in there?
I'm gonna tell you, and no joke about it. My mom and my uncle, because you know this thing what they have in Jamaica. I think it was cash plus or so. With all my money, they join it, they lose it, so I go flip.
Okay, so they took your money and you lost it.
I lost it, man, and I flip. But I'm not a drug addict. I drink, you know.
Mm. Is that your way of
Yeah, and they take
Is that
away
your self
everything that they put
medication?
me in a mad institution for me only to take tablet to make me worse.
Where are you originally from?
I'm original from Jamaica.
But I hear an accent. I hear an accent like there's a strong accent there.
There's a strong accent there because I travel a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay. Because I hear a bit of British in there and I hear something else in there.
Yeah,
So
I go angry. I told you I travel a lot.
right. Right.
Yeah. I know Luxembourg, I know Germany, I know a lot of places. Now I'm in the Netherlands.
See, that's what I'm saying. I can relate because people ask me all the time, your accent's weird. Where are you from? And I'm like, I can't pinpoint it. I travel a lot and I spend a lot of time in a lot of different places. So I guess some from everywhere. So are you getting help now? Are you
Yeah,
get
I'm getting help from these people around there. They help me.
Yeah,
Every week I have someone who come by my house and they really help me.
because I
And
know
that's what they're supposed to do with these people in Jamaica.
yeah, the Netherlands has the resources though, and not only that, in the Netherlands they look at life completely different. You know
Yeah,
Jack
you can
Cure.
Google it.
You know Jack Cure, right?
Yeah, Jackie is here in prison.
Right. And Jack Cure, I said this after doing my research. I said Jack Cure will probably finally get the help that he has always needed.
He will get it in prison because in the prison in Netherlands, I'm not going to afraid to tell you, I went to prison in the Netherlands as well,
All right.
but only for nearly 3 weeks.
Okay. What'd you do? I'm
Yeah,
curious.
yeah, I'm telling you this. Yeah, Jack Yor, I think he's gonna be out in 4 years so if we do good behavior and stuff. Because I was there for 3 weeks, and Netherlands they look inside the investigation. If it was Jamaica, vice cartel will be free. Because I stabbed someone and only spent 3 weeks. Jack Yor stabbed someone and he's spending 6 years.
Yeah.
You understand? SouFLo, I don't want to talk too much, yeah? But take care and love all the SouFLo family,
All
yeah?
right, family. Manners and respect, yes?
Respect SouFLo.
All right, fam.
Respect.
Yeah, the Netherlands are different when it comes to mental health. I look them up. See, my thing with Jack Cure was this, right? Yo, we have topics to go through this morning, and I don't think we got topics to go through. Y'all see the icon, right? Okay, but on this, for Jacure, I said this before. Jacure will probably finally get the help that he needs because which part them have Jacure, see, and how they do it in the Netherlands is completely different. You got to remember something. Jamaica prison is no playground. Jacure went to prison in Jamaica when he was virtually a child. He was a young man, seeing, and when he went in there, I remember also his stature and his status. His status never up like that. He wasn't this big international star when he went in. He was just a youth that was singing and was trying to do a thing with music. He went in at a pretty young age. All kind of something happened in that place right there, especially when they feel like you have like a life sentence or a long sentence, and you know you're traumatized. And a lot of people who do time behind bars, if they weren't the most brutal and biggest and strongest and able to defend themselves, a lot of stuff happened that they don't speak on and can't speak on really. So, with that said, Cure came out, and when Jack Cure came out, by the time he came out, it was engineered that he had a hit song straight out of prison. Everybody wanted to know who this artist was, right? Behind these prison walls. Oh my God, the song is so heart wrenching. Come on, man, and to break down the prison wall, and man, let him out, man. It's like seeing a caged bird sing, and boom, the walls broke down. He came out, and had one bag of yes man around him and a whole bunch of people sending in deposits like come here and perform here, fly out, go there and perform there. So he went from prison to like Dubai and the rest of the Caribbean islands and in front of a stage with a big crowd in it and all these things and his own shows headlining, so on and so forth. So he became this successful person, start driving luxury cars, start bragging about hundreds of dollars, how much your red bottom shoes cost, and all these other things. He just never, I don't think Jacquier ever got the help that he needed. And that's the reason why. And I'm not speaking bad about him. I'm just saying on a mental health level, because that's where we started out this morning. If I didn't get the help I needed, man, I tell you, I would have came out here and committed murder already. One incident where I knew for sure I was about to do it. And me no know. I just think that God got his hand on my life. That's what it is. You know, and God say, yo, prison enough for you, my youth. And because I was going there. I was going there and I was gonna do it as a civilian. So it would have been no backing up for me either. But John never get the help where him need. So you could feel yourself slipping too. You know when you're going. You know when you're going. And then when you can't get no help, you just reach to that point where that powder keg blow up. It's a wrap. Now you got to deal with the consequences. You know what I'm saying? So finally, I think because of how the Netherlands is structured and how they view life and how they view prison and how they view rehabilitation and how much they put into it, he's finally going to get the help he needs. I bet him come out viewing life a little bit different. He's probably going to be more kind of let stuff roll off my back kind of person. Kind of see life as that ain't worth my freedom kind of person, which is how you wish he would have came out. See, when people go to prison time, right, and they come out, you think that's enough for them to be like, I'll never do anything to go back in there, but it's not true. Especially people who do long time in there, when they start thinking about doing something, a lot of people think, I did it already, I could do it again, right? If it comes down to it, I could do it again because I did it already. Yeah, it was rough, but I did it already. And somewhere in there, I found comfort. Somewhere in there, don't make me go back to prison for your youth. Yeah, and that was Jacquier case. Don't make me go back to prison for your youth. If me stab you up over in the Netherlands, then I send me go to one nice prison. You ever go to Jamaica prison yet? Oh, it dirty and dingy and dark in there. Okay. So the mindset, yes, live through Erica TV, the mindset has to be changed and healing has to take place inside, from the inside out. So we wish Jacquier nothing but the best, man. And for those veterans out there who are going through it, I'm telling you, go get you some help. Y'all should look this up. The veteran suicide rate is very, very high. Very high. Veterans are killing themselves every day. Every day. And I know personally people who live in the woods. They don't want a house. Them and they have benefits, They don't even go get their benefits. They don't want a house. They don't want to be around civilians. They live in the bushes in a tent and they link up with others like them and they form tent city in the bushes and they booby trap their areas. Them live like them in a Vietnam in the middle of your American city. Right. So there's a lot going on, but me don't want to turn this into a whole mental health morning and all that. So on we go with our topics this morning. Happy Veterans Day again to all my vets out there, regardless of whatever branch you served in. I'm working on my mental health as well. Mental health is wealth. Says live through Erica TV. Yeah, Erica, once your headspace ain't right, that's it. Everything else goes after. Yeah. My issue is separation. Like I cut people off and I don't know. I cut people off who I've known for years. Like if I just separate and don't know why. Like the vibe is just I'ma just separate myself. And then I stay separated. I don't know. I guess I'm not trying to I don't know. I'm not even trying to explain it. Let's not go there this morning. Um Here we are this morning. We have a Dear SouFlo letter that came in yesterday. That Dear SouFlo letter is I'm gonna need your help with that one. Beenie Man put out a video on Instagram where Beenie was talking about how the vloggers. Remember, I told y'all the other morning. It was funny because as soon as I got done talking to y'all, Beenie Man came on with a video. And as soon as I got done talking to my audience, and I said, I don't even promote these dancehall artists. Big up to Vibes Cartel. Cartel. Vibes Cartel is above all of them when it comes to like writing and productivity and music and the quality of the music and all that. And if him can reach out and say, big up SouFlo and even put us in a song and all that other stuff, I'm like, who are these other people for you to not be able to say thank you when people consistently do reviews on your stuff? Them over there, me don't want a man like my picture. Remember we talked about that? All right. After we done talking that morning, within about an hour, I see Beenie Man put a video out on Instagram. And on the video, Beenie was saying, like, the vlogger them, them talk about everything. If anything happen to me, them talk. If me do anything, them talk. Them always a talk about everything. All right, me put out an album, a good album, a solid album. None of them non talk. We're gonna give Beanie album all the shine it needs this morning, and I'm gonna say what I gotta say this morning, and hopefully, at least him acknowledge what I said and move on it. Right? There's a story here about a funeral home that stored about 115 bodies for 4 years. We're gonna talk about them. Jamaica set to import labor. We're gonna talk about that. And we're gonna talk about Hero Circle, Crab Circle, the ghost of Alice, and what's going on with Crab Circle. Remember, Alice shitting at the bucket, wipe her body, serve the people and the crab, right in the same spot, all in the same place. She was multitasking, and they closed down the Crab Circle. All right, we're gonna talk about an update to Crab Circle. Ronaldo Ricketts, Jamaica serial killer. We're gonna talk about him. You're gonna hear what he did and when his next court date is. Nigerian president approves spending millions on a presidential yacht and SUVs for all his lawmakers. And we might get into that, and that's where we're at this morning. Y'all might want me to start off with the Dear SouFlo, but I would have to go look it up. Let's start off with, where do y'all want to start? Beenie Man, Dear SouFlo, the funeral home, Jamaica set to import labor. Where are we going? It's up to you. I'm sips water. I'll give you 60 seconds. We haven't done this in a while. 60 seconds, and then we're on. Missy Brown Brown, what sis? Missy Brown Brown says start with Dear SouFlo. Let me queue up the Dear SouFlo. It's in my email, so I'm gonna have to go pull up the email. Let's see. In case a Dear SouFlo win. Labor, import labor, import. It looks like it's gonna be import labor. Dear SouFlo, I got 2 for Dear SouFlo, 4 for import labor. I'm still queuing up the Dear SouFlo just in case. Dear SouFlo, 3 for Dear SouFlo. If Beenie Man did I take care of them kids, I would buy it. So, Vicky, you have something else, you know? You see, Vicky, them something there where I say them something here if you go make video and step on your platform. Because trust me, there's an audience for it. Import labor, Dear SouFlo. Okay, import labor is leading. We have 20 seconds to go. Dear SouFlo, import labor. It looks like import labor it is. I got one more, Dear SouFlo. Import labor. All right, import labor, it's gonna be yes. Get the triggering story out the way. Import labor. All right. Import labor, it's gonna be. Sis Afaya says grand rising to us all and labor. All right, import labor, it's gonna be. I tell you what, that Dear SouFlo is damn triggering, and I'm warning you from now that it's triggering. So if you think import labor was triggering, but we're gonna start with the import labor one. We're gonna do the Dear SouFlo right after that, right? All right. Picking up from where we left off yesterday, it baffles me that Jamaica is importing labor, but it makes sense because Jamaica is importing everything else at the moment. Everything else. Remember, I told y'all about the 25 million US dollars worth of chicken back that is imported into Jamaica every year. When I first saw that headline, I thought this must be a joke. First of all, I thought this must be in Jamaican dollars. And then I found out it was 25 million US dollars. So let that sink in. They're importing everything. I kept on saying Jamaican chicken them not have no back or what? Are we growing chicken in Jamaica with no back that we have to import chicken back from overseas? And who signed off on that? Instead of saying ramp up the production of chicken, ramp up the here in the island, somebody decided to import chicken back. And then the same report said not to mention the other chicken parts that are unsavory to other first world nations. Like, ain't nobody in America, like, Americans ain't really running after the chicken neck and the gizzard and the chicken foot them and all that stuff. That come in a separate package to Jamaica. More money costs for that. 25 million worth of back alone. This is a joke, right? But okay, whatever. Live to Erica TV says my sister-in-law told me it's because our children back has more meat. Our chicken back has more meat on it. Mm. Anyhow, man. Yeah, my children they were scared all their growing up of chicken feet. They were like, Dad eating the chicken's fingers. Oh, don't put it. If you put that anywhere near their food, they're not eating it. Guess what? You see, Milani and Kai. Cause remember, I know all my other kids, their mom come from somewhere else, not Jamaica. So I have two. Their mom come from Germany, and I got two whose mom come from Antigua and Barbuda. But you see, Kai and Milani, their mom and dad come from Jamaica. So them they are Jamaica baby. Them damn chicken foot like anything, anything we eat that's Jamaican, they eating it. Especially my daughter, Milani. She just yam everything spicy. She biting it like a grown person. She like hot. You know, we huff patty. Cause you have to yam Jamaican like a yam patty like a real wife. You don't yam Jamaican there, you have to yam patty like a real Jamaican, right? You don't want a cold patty, you want the patty hot. But it's so we do all our food. Anyway, I like my food hot. That's my daughter. Put the food in her mouth. And she's only 3. And it's spicy. She'll eat it. She'll say, spicy, spicy. And when me I cook soup, I kid you not, I put about 40 chicken foot in there just because they'll sit down and eat about 20 chicken foot by themselves. So they're not afraid. But the other ones who are like half Jamaican, if you will, them afraid of the chicken foot. They're like, but now the big ones, them love it and them eat it. But when they were growing up, them wouldn't eat it at all. Anyway, getting into this, right? Open the door. Open the door is the name of this article. Private sector bosses beg for migrant labor as pressure increases to fill job openings in Jamaica. I want you to listen first, and then we're going to discuss, right? I don't want to break because if I break and start saying something else, we might lose track. The calls are getting louder for private sector individuals, for the government to start taking steps to mitigate an impending labor crisis that could emerge from the tightening job market with unemployment at a historic low of 4.5%. Businessmen who spoke to the Jamaica Observer on the matter say that the issue is becoming critical and it will get worse as the economy continues to recover from the decimation it suffered during the coronavirus pandemic. Richard Pandohi, the CEO of Seprod Group, he said that while the issue of worker shortage in various disciplines have been articulated over the last year, each day without a solution is only kicking the proverbial can down the road. In other words, what's going to end up happening is we are going to end up having to bring people in from other countries to fill these voids. There has been an increase in the shortage of skilled workers, Pandohi told the Jamaica Business Observer in an interview Tuesday. He said that shortage gets critical each day and calls for a development plan that includes importing labor to fill skills gap. At the lowest end, you tend to have labor availability. But as you go, I find this so insulting. At the lowest end, you tend to have labor availability. But as you go up the value chain, whether you are talking about people in the garment industry, when you're talking about people in the construction industry, when you're looking for plumbers and electricians, and you talk about people in the manufacturing industry like engineers and quality control people, there is a shortage in Jamaica, and the situation is continuing to get worse. Pando, he stated, my food. I think one of the things we need to do as a country is to look within the region and outside the region to see how we can properly have talent to drive and continue the growth of business. His fellow manufacturer, Andrew Mahfood, y'all notice these are the people, just to give you an idea, okay? So these are the people, let's put a face to them. That's one. These are the people who are doing mighty business in Jamaica, and they are also, you know, calling for imported labor. Those are the people. Some of them, anyways. All right, back onto the story. So, Mahfood, the one I showed you first, his fellow manufacturer, Andrew Mahfood, of the WISYNCO, Wisynco Group, shared the sentiment. With 4.5% unemployment, we can say that we are at full employment as a country, and we demand for talent, and the demand for labor continues. I think one of the things that we need to look on as a country, as business expand in all areas, in tourism, in manufacturing, in retail, etc. We need more talent to work in these industries. I want to know, what manufacturing is he talking about? What is being manufactured in Jamaica and imported overseas or exported overseas? Anyhow, and he said, if it is not available locally, I think one of the things we need to do as a country is to look within the region and outside of the region to see how we can properly have talent to drive and continue the growth of businesses. Otherwise, you will see businesses starting to stall. Mahfood warned as he outlined that Wisico itself is now looking at over the place for all over the place for engineers and skilled machine operators for their expansion. They are looking all over the place for engineers and skilled operators. Seprod said that it has been losing workers to migration programs to Canada as that country reopened after COVID. The bottom line is that there's a problem and it's not getting any better. And we're not turning out people fast enough. In other words, the schools, the institutions that educate these people, they're not turning out these types of people fast enough. So you go to school, you're up at UA for 4 years, you get your bachelor's in whatever your field is. By the time you do that, there's a 4 year gap in that space. You're going to school not qualified to becoming qualified. Then by that time happens, the people who they had before, this is what they're saying, the people who they had before found better opportunities overseas and left. Now here you come out of school, and usually in these kind of positions they want somebody who is seasoned, somebody who has some work experience under their belt, but they put you in and they train you and they give you the job, and then off you go again because you found better opportunities overseas too. So they're losing a lot of people to people leaving, migrating, going over. I wonder why. I wonder why. Seprod said that we've been losing workers to migration. LA, we've been losing workers to migration to programs to Canada, especially as that country reopens after COVID. The bottom line is that there's a problem and it's not getting any better. And we're not turning out people fast enough. And the people they are turning out, They are definitely leaving the country for a number of reasons. I mean, wage rates in North America have gone up substantially. Look at Amazon drivers. Amazon drivers are now starting to make 150,000 US dollars a year. Because of that, in Jamaica now, we can't find truck drivers because all our truck drivers are migrating. They are starting in the US at over $100,000 a year now. Truck drivers. So people's lives are being substantially changed when they leave because of the quantum change in salaries and wages in North America. So I think the reality is that we are going to continue to have migration, but we shouldn't fight migration. We should accept that. What we need to do is have an inflow to balance the outflow. And we therefore need to have a policy, and a number of private sector leaders have been saying it. We need to have an immigration policy that will allow us to bring in the requisite skill set we need to balance what we don't have available to ensure that our own progress and our own development is not hindered, is what Pandohi said. For example, we could attract Venezuelans and Colombians here. For example, we could attract Venezuelans and Colombians here. I need my phone because I need for y'all to see this. For example, we could attract Venezuelans and Colombians here. You notice how me I repeat that part there? Watch this. For example, we could attract Venezuelans and Colombians here. There is a This is Venezuela Colombians, massive surge of Colombians crossing the Darien Gap in their trek towards the United States of America. It looks like this. You see that? So things are not so settling in their country right now, and hasn't been in a while. And they're basically what these businessmen in Jamaica are saying, we could take advantage of this right here. We could take advantage of this right here. For example, we could attract Venezuelans and Colombians here. There are people who probably don't have the opportunity for whatever reasons to go to the US, but Jamaica is a good stepping stone. And you are not looking for these people to be here permanently. You are looking for them to come for X amount of time. Hopefully, you find some talented resources in the Caribbean, not necessarily restricting yourself to Jamaica. That can be used to understudy these migrants' labor and get skills transfer. So 2 to 3 years, when their work permit expires, you have somebody else who is ready to step into that role. He continued. So, in other words, then bring in these people who are already skilled in these areas, train others under them, and then by the time their paperwork expires, you don't need them again because you have local people who are trained from the ground up in these positions. Honestly speaking, I was a bit apprehensive at this, but there's a lot of sense in this. If I'm thinking from a business perspective, but this is deeper than this. So, but conscious about the outcry for Jamaicans whenever businessmen speak about importing labor, Pandohi was quick to point out. Conscious about the outcry from Jamaicans whenever businessmen speak about importing labor, Pandohi was quick to point out. This is not about replacing Jamaican labor. This is not about getting cheaper labor, even. This is about increasing the competency of the workforce and ensuring that companies, when they are allowed to bring in people, they show a clear plan of how they will use them to also train our local labor force to get up to the standards to replace them. He said that private sector leaders are having a dialogue with the government about the issue, but hinted that some of the shortages that are emerging stems from parents who don't want their children to work in certain areas. Cause everybody in Jamaica want them picking to be lawyer, doctor, and these kind of things, right? They don't want them to be heavy equipment operators, machine specialists, this, that, and the other. Our system does not respect trade. And it's true. That is true. You know, I'll say this. I'll say to my grandparents, like, yeah, I have my certification in welding now. And my grandmother would be like, you miss your mark. Welder? You know, I always think you was going to be a lawyer, but you're a welder. And hear this now. The part where you say, I'm working on some big projects, grandma, and I'm earning almost 200,000 US dollars a year. That's my salary. That fly right past them head. Welder? Is welder, you say? Like the people them will make grill. Oh God. Then that no hard work for you, baby. Man, your eye them, you know. They they don't care about no damn money. They care about a title. And that is woven into our culture. Let's take a phone call real quick. Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Yeah, all going so flow.
Morning, family. What going?
Not much. Bless up you and the family from the Fred and bless up the viewers, you know.
Manners and respect, sir. Talk to it now.
Pando we make some good points here, some flow. Especially in the last part about in terms of how
Wait. Hold on. I didn't want to not take your call, but I don't want to take calls yet. I should have never answered because I'm only halfway through this thing, and I want to run through it so everybody get an understanding before we start breaking it down.
So you don't want me to call back?
Yeah, please.
All right.
I appreciate you. Thank you. All right. So let's keep this moving. He says that our system does not respect trade. We turned down our noses. We turned we I see the commercials running. I'm trying to keep them off. We turned down our noses at trade. We turned down our noses on trades, and we would rather our children get a degree at a university. And there is nothing wrong with that. But people are not being guided properly on how they can upskill themselves. There are people with trades now who can earn more than anybody with a bachelor's degree and a master's degree and even a PhD because they are in demand for what they do, he said. And that is not a lie, that is truth. I've said it on this channel before. I said, go and make sure you have a skilled trade. I have a skilled trade. Even though I went back to school and did OT, I have a skilled trade, right? I can jump in anybody's barbershop and beauty salon. I have a skilled trade. People are always gonna want haircut. I can literally pack up my things, go to the UK, and be working tomorrow morning. I'll walk down the street and say, "You hiring? You need a barber? You want a good barber? You need a good barber?" They'll say, "Come here and show me what you can do." They'll give you somebody to cut. You chop them up. They'll be like, "Damn, you cut good. All right, when can you start?" I rent my stations for £200 a week. Everything else you make after that is yours. Bet. Print up my business cards, go hand them out to people. Yo, come check me over here. So this is my spot. You know, I cut hair, whatever, with a couple of examples of my haircuts. And before you know it, I'm cutting hair all day because I'm line long gone out the door. Now I'm catching it. I call this is our dope hole. This is like our trap. You know, like when a dope boy sit in the house and he's selling dope all day, that's a barber for you sitting there, $25 a haircut all day, and I'm counting them, and I'm cutting 4 per hour. 25 a cut, and I'm cutting 4 an hour. That's $100 an hour I'm making. So I'm telling you that trade is the way to go. I tell my own kids that. I say, make sure you get a skilled trade, even if you pursue something else, but still get a skilled trade somewhere along the line, right? Right. And then you speak to other businesses, small and large. He said that you see that it is affecting everyone now. This is what Mahood told the Observer. He says, we need to start having conversations to draft a proper plan to quickly solve the problem because everyone is trying to hire from the same pool and the pool is running out of water. we've got to find ways to bring more availability to these employers. Apart from bringing in labor, the two businessmen said that the country may need to embark on a apprenticeship system to foster training, but bemoans some of the attitudes towards work from those who are currently employed. Hmm. I've said this for years now. When England decided that they wanted to give Jamaica a free, not a free, because we were going to pay for it, a new prison. When they decided they wanted to give us a new prison, that was on the list for me. And I said, damn, no institution with apprenticeship where the youth them can learn a skilled trade and then go off into the world. And listen, you go to school and you study auto mechanic, right? One day you might end up owning your own auto mechanic whole complex. I know a Jamaican man right in my city right now. I think he has the biggest mechanic shop here. That man, the thing ever busy. Like if you drop your car off there, you gotta count days before you get your car back. It ain't no fix it today and you'll get it back today. Nothing. Because the man lit. I can walk past right now and I'm sure I will count at least 30 cars, 40 cars sitting out there. That's ready to go. So again, skilled trade. He's saying that Jamaica might have to embark on an apprenticeship program, but he bemoans the attitude of some of the people who are working now, those who are currently employed. He said, we have a major problem retaining young men in the workforce, especially the young men. They don't want to work on shifts. They don't want to come to work on time. They have withdrawal symptoms when they can't smoke for a shift. We have workforce problems in Jamaica. It goes back to the original point. The labor issue is not just the availability of people, but also the type of people, and the attitude towards work is a whole nother issue. He said, well, listen, I hate when I used to do like warehouse work and all that stuff coming up. I used to hate working with anybody that smoke. The reason why was exactly because no, it's important to not just fan off stuff and be like, yeah, them man, them not even black, them they are Jamaica, do big business, them want to slave we out for some small wages. Remember, I told you that yesterday. Yesterday, I said, let me tell you what's going on, Jamaica. Once you start complaining about the wages, they're just going to bring in other people from different countries. As you flee Jamaica to go overseas to get a better wage and a better living condition, the void is going to be left empty. So they're just going to start importing people from other places. Now they're talking about Venezuela and all these, and Colombia and all these other places. In the grand scheme of things, what is going to happen is this. This has been proven throughout history. People don't just go places and work and leave. People go places and work and form relationships. So what ends up happening is over time, the population changes. Oh, my grandfather came here to work on the railroad tracks and then he ended up staying here. And now he had his wife here and his children and my aunts and my uncles, they were all born in Panama, but my grandfather is Jamaican. You understand what I'm saying? So Colombia, Venezuela, these unstable places where people are running away, if they come to Jamaica and they find livable wages and they perform up to the standards, don't think when their 3-year visa to work at that company is up and Jamaicans keep leaving that the company is going to still end their 3-year visa. The company is going to renew it and keep these steady good workers right there. With over time, I'm gonna find a little Jamaican girl and she'll have a Colombian Jamaican baby or a Venezuelan Jamaican baby or something like that, or just move their whole family from Colombia or Venezuela over to Jamaica. And so the population is going to end up changing in the long run, right? Jamaica is for you, but it won't be for you for long. You understand? Right. Was that done intentionally? These are businessmen. They're trying to save their businesses. Nobody gets into business to lose. But these are the ups and downs of it. He added that productivity is just another issue. I used to hate working. Let me talk about the smoke stuff. I used to hate working with anybody that smoked because when they smoke, people who smoke regularly, they need it after at certain increments, and once them pass the certain increments where they don't have it, their body is addicted to it. And once they pass the certain increments where they don't have it, they immediately start to go through withdrawal. Like you could see the changes in them snappy, they can't focus, all that. So you always end up having to do more on a project if it's a group project than all the other smokers. I'll be right back, man. I gotta take a smoke break. And they outside smoking. 30 minutes to an hour later, I'm outside smoking again. You're like, damn, how many damn smoke breaks you need? You know, that stuff's killing you anyways. Then back outside again and leave you alone in there working, right? And you know how these kind of jobs go. You have a time period in which certain things have to be finished by. So if you're not the smoker and the person who constantly taking the break and you don't want to be the complainer and have somebody fired and all that, you end up having to take the brunt of the work. So he's absolutely right about that. Him said they cannot keep Jamaican men, the men especially, on the job. The women, they come and they work, but they eventually leave for better pastures overseas and stuff. The men locally, everybody want to burn something and smoke and take a break and come late and have attitude when they're instructed and all these things. He added that productivity is another issue that needs to be tackled. At the end of the day, one of the things that we have in Jamaica is a deficit of trust. When private sector talk about things, the first thing the people say is that we are just trying to replace Jamaicans with cheaper labor. I mean, it's highly unlikely that we're going to bring in cheaper labor to replace Jamaicans. It's almost impossible because a little bit what them pay Jamaican 89 US dollars per week for 40 hours of labor. It's almost impossible, but that's a lie. That's a lie because there are people who they could survive off way less, and they do make way less where they're coming from. So when you give them 89 US dollars for the week, they're coming from a place where they didn't even have an income in the first place. And those who are broken them back and walking out them soul case, they actually are making 25 US dollars a week. So if I go to Jamaica and I make 89, it's a come up for me. The next story I was going to talk about was in Nigeria, about what the Nigerian president did. But in that story, it says right there, labor unions struggle to get the government to raise the minimum wage in Nigeria for civil servants. Their monthly income for civil servants is 67 US dollars a month. A month. Yo, if this is not a case of boy could have always it bad, but it could have always worse, or somebody have it, here's a perfect example of that. Right. So for him to say it's almost impossible, that's a lie. That part is a lie. He's sugarcoating some stuff, right? He must have smooth it over because Jamaican people will rebel. Anyhow, back to this. He said at the end of the day, one of the things that we have in Jamaica is deficit of trust. When private sectors talk about these things, the first thing the people say is that we're trying to replace Jamaicans with cheaper labor. I mean, it's highly unlikely that we're going to bring in cheaper labor to replace Jamaicans. It's almost impossible. What is different is the productivity of people. So I can pay you $100 and pay someone else $200, and that $200 person is actually more cost effective for me based on the output. So in other words, then let me remix this and sift it out for you. You saw that. In other words, then he's already justifying paying who is coming in later more than what Jamaicans would be getting paid. And here we go. If I pay you $100, you take 50 smoke breaks for the day. You have attitude all the time when I'm telling you what to do. I'm instructing you on the job. You always have an attitude like you don't want nobody tell you what to do. You can't bring that into the work environment. You're late to work almost every day. You leave early almost every day. And then you quit and somebody else come to do the same thing of your kind. When I bring in this Colombian, listen to everything when me say, them yes sir me, them no ma'am me, them the first one to be here in the morning, the last one to leave at night, any overtime, them take it up, them walk till and they never complain. They're worth double your salary. So I'll give them the $200 because my on the back end, my profits are soaring because I have people like them that I can depend on that work hard and are reliable and don't give me no attitude, no back talk, no smoke break, no nothing. You can't argue with that. I'm sorry, but you can't argue with that. On a business level, you cannot argue with that. Pandohi added that what Jamaica is missing is the opportunity to tap into Haiti for labor to fill the gaps where they are. Haiti. Um, I see something else going on here too, and this is the whole divide and conquer. I'll be a problem this all costs. But if the Haitians are willing to come and work and do the job that you don't want to do, you shouldn't complain then. If the salary is equal and you don't want to do the work and somebody else does it for the same salary, bounce. Go find your worth somewhere else. But then they gentrify the whole work market in Jamaica and the wages stay low. And because some people are willing to come in and work for little and nothing, that's where the wages are going to stay for the entire Jamaica workforce. There's a backlash to it too. He said that Haiti is 11 million people. And so Haiti have enough people, man. Jesus Christ. Jamaica is a 2 point something million people. Haiti is 11 million people and the country is in a full blown crisis. I don't understand why we wouldn't be targeting Haiti's workforce for talent that we could bring here for help. In other words, Haitians up in turmoil, but there are skilled laborers in Haiti. And because their country has fallen apart, these skilled laborers are sitting dormant. They can't use their skills. Tap into that 11 million people, find those people who are highly skilled and trained, bring them over to Jamaica, have them work. 11 million. Yo, pardon my language, right? It's something that I used to hear adults say when I was growing up. It's a bit inappropriate. So if you don't like hear curse words, just for this second, cock your ears. One, two, three, cock your ears. Jamaica a fuck and nah wine. That's what they used to say when I was growing up. You know that there's actually an issue going on in Jamaica where they're saying we're not producing enough people. Like the elders are dying out. We're not making enough babies, and it seems like young people ain't living long enough, and everybody else is migrating. That kind of stuff. Yeah. So, th- yo, let me stick to this for now, because that's a whole nother issue. So, he says that Haiti is 11 million people. They're in a full blown crisis. Why would we not tap into their workforce for their talents? It would be an excellent outreach by Jamaicans to our brothers and sisters who are going through the worst time ever and cover for some of the shortages that we are seeing on our end. It will also help to drive the economy because these people, when they come in, they have to rent houses, they have to buy food, and they have to help, and they will help to drive the economy by using their income to pour back into the economy to survive on the island. So it's not like they're going to bring them there, give them everything. They're going to be paying to live there, and so on and so forth. We're sitting there with a country next door whose population is 4 times that of ours. They're well educated people in Haiti, good people, good labor force there, and people should probably open that door to fill these gaps. It amazes me how short sighted we have been about the Haitian situation. You have a pool with 11 million people who we can tap, and they may very well be cost effective and may have a culture that is closer to ours than anybody else. Yeah. Onika St. John says, yeah, but didn't they send them back? The last two boats that after laugh still, the last two boats that washed ashore in Jamaica got sent back to Haiti in 24 hours. Dust off the people them, gave them something to eat, packed them up on the next thing, smoking in the morning, next day, out of there. I don't even think they fingerprinted and processed all those people and have a record. So if those people show up on the island again, they could be like, oh, you were here before, kind of thing. I think they're just going off of facial recognition, right? Because there's no way they could have processed all them people that quick and have them out the country again that quick. So they don't know if human trafficker, serial murderer, wanted in Haiti for 20 murders, anything like that. They just pack them up, send them back. And then the Haitians then find the next way to come right back. And they'll keep on coming until you miss them and they end up on the island among the people and you weren't there to catch them. I saw Jamaica Coast Guard yesterday holding up this big lobster, talking about this is 5 men were arrested or caught at sea and arrested or something because they were caught with lobsters that have eggs in them, and I forgot what the lobsters are called. And I'm like, yeah, y'all worried about the wrong stuff. You worried about the fisherman out to sea with lobsters that are not supposed to be caught, but what about the gun them? You never catch no boat with no gun. You never catch no boat with none of the coke or nothing that's coming in. You catch this fisherman them with them lobster. Okay, buddy. Anyways, but he has a point. He has a point. And now that I've actually read through this entire article with you and looked into it, I can't even argue with it. I honestly can't. Because if I was a businessman, I owned a business, and all my Jamaican people them fleeing overseas, I only have two options at this point. Well, three. One of them is not good. It's close your business down. The other one is move your business to a more lucrative location, meaning move it to another country, depending on what business you're opening, right? If it's a production business, you can usually move those to cheaper countries, Singapore, somewhere else where they get paid 2 cents an hour in a factory for manufacture all your stuff. But if it's one of those labor jobs, then it needs to be in Jamaica, then looking for skilled laborers outside the workforce, outside Jamaica's workforce, is a viable option. Tapping into Haiti is a viable option. Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Yes, SouFlo.
All right, my brother. Talk to we now. What you say?
Just remind me of his name again. I remember it started with P.
Say again.
Oh, can you remind me of his name so I could address him by his name?
Pandohi.
Yeah, Pandohi.
Mm-hmm.
I think you raised some good points in a SouFlo.
Yeah.
Especially how Jamaican people look at skilled workers, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, SouFlo, it was in a lot of stages of leaving Jamaica and being more open-minded to things that I used to consume in terms of, everyday news, etc., that I started to look at things a bit different. You realize in Jamaica when somebody work at Burger King, for example, or KFC, right?
Mm-hmm.
How we tend to look down on them, we say them are cruff, etc., etc.
Or if them can't find something better do, or yeah.
And let me not even use them as an example. Let me use barbers, for example.
Right.
People in Jamaica that thinks our barbers are cruff.
Yeah.
SouFlo, and until I come to America and see how professional they are in the field of barbering and hairdresser, and the amount of money that they make, not only the money, but how they operate the business, that I started to appreciate them more. No matter what, some of them are highly robbery in SouFlo.
Well, business
with
is
some of
business.
The prices.
Business is
However,
business.
There's a market for it and people are willing to pay.
Mm-hmm.
So if me want barber, you don't have to, you can go to somebody else. But I know the services that I'm offering based off my skill set and based on what I can provide. So there's a cultural thing in Jamaica where we look at skill workers a certain way. Farmers, barbers, welders, and all these type of people. And Jamaican parents on a whole taught down on a lot of those skills over the years.
Yeah, man, you can't, when you grow up in Jamaica, you can't tell your Jamaican parents about you want to grow up come turn barber. Turn which barber?
No, you can't tell them that.
Yeah, turn which barber. I said you go a good school. You better go choose something.
Me bring in the world and me take you out. Those are the things that they say. Big man thing,
Yeah.
Me, they're own friends, so remember saying
Yeah.
that we were 23 or so, so I just recently, about 4 or 5 years ago, I left high school so flow. Remember when my friend at film mother said, you might go to about a 6 like you might tell us, I mean, I need 9 or 10. He said, I really want to go 6 and pass them, and then I will get a little skill, which he did get a skill in plumbing, right? I remember me in the vehicle, and she said, 6. I don't know, I said, you're school for boy.
Oh, walkless boy.
We cannot do it 9. You get me, I said?
Yeah.
However, he said something about tapping into the Asian market and the Venezuelan and the Colombian market, right, in terms of skilled workers. No, I think upon those you need to understand and so forth. Jamaican people don't actually want to migrate from Jamaica now. We just migrate for better pay and better accommodation in terms of the skill set that we provide these companies. And they're not paying the Jamaican people properly. So why is it that you would bring in other people and pay them better, but not the Jamaican people? Also, we have to be careful for what we wish for in terms of what he's saying, because there are many countries in the world going through migrant crises now where there's an influx in migrants overflow. We don't have the infrastructure to take in certain influx of migrants. Not only that, I do not trust the Jamaican government to carry out those duties, because recently they said that they believe that there's a couple 100,000 illegal migrants in Jamaica undetected, So they don't think we can pick up on that. And there are many people in Jamaica from other countries that have criminal records from other countries that are currently in Jamaica. You see me? And it's like once in every blue moon to find some of these people.
Yeah.
And they're not even
wanted people,
they're not
murderers, laying low.
Yeah, they're not even from Central America or these places. They're from America, just up the road.
Right.
So if we can detect these people who have criminal records in Jamaica, in America, respectively, how can we then vet people to come into Jamaica? And as I said, I do not trust the Jamaican government. Also, Pando, you need to understand how rural Jamaica is, right? Where are these skilled jobs that he's talking about concentrated? Is it Kingston and St. James? Because you learn to know so from me come from Mandeville, And if you have certain skill at Mandeville, we can tell you so far, you're not get a job at Mandeville so far.
You're right, Papa.
When you come from St. Elizabeth, Clarendon, St. Thomas, because some people in Jamaica, them never visit St. Thomas, so far one time I go up there and I'm nearly dead, the way the road, but people just go for gully, Now tell you so far.
We have a laugh throughout
it. We can show them the story every day. So where are these jobs being concentrated? My friend lives in Mandeville and he went to Hart. And I believe that there are more young people in Jamaica going to Hart now, and I encourage them to go to Hart.
Wait, hold on. On top of that, now that you mentioned Hart, there's an article that was printed about 2 days ago that says that Hart is getting ready right now to release 11,200 and something certified individuals out into the workforce. So it comes at the same time when they're talking about importing labor. So I was saying 11,000 or something from Hart being released out into the workforce. Why can't they work with Hart, these companies, but maybe it's not the same? Like, I don't know what they went to Hart and got certified in. Like, if you went to Hart and you got certified in some nursing stuff, my business don't have nothing to do with nursing, then you're useless to me. You understand?
And also, I encourage young people, whoever is listening that's young, right? Go to Hart, get a skill, because the school is practically free in some sense. Again, I say you just have to find a backside of the school. My friend went and he got certified in plumbing, but he lives in Mandeville and it's very hard to get a job so far. And people might say, well, not look hard enough. So far, Mandeville is so small. Me live in America and we can tell you, Mandeville at the back of my hand. And even though I'm not there on the ground, I keep up with Jamaica and with my parish. I'm asking them both every day. Sometimes I go up on YouTube and type in drive through Mandeville so we can see the new building and etc.
Yeah.
And sometimes I ask my friend and say, yo, the building that we just built up, and I say, no, I'm not going to
well, you know,
that the jobs are not there.
You're not far from me then, if Mandeville your place.
Yeah, I just have a Clarendon,
Right.
So the jobs are not in Mandeville, Clarendon, and St. Elizabeth and some of these prices. Also, the disadvantage of the youth in Jamaica is that in America, so far, they can kind of work from a certain age in certain fields, so they can get to save up a lot of money.
Right.
And it allows them to can pick up themselves from, so they might live in New York and there's not a job for them still there or the degree that they hold. They can probably just move to Texas.
Right.
In Jamaica, as a youth, and children and so forth, you live under a parents' roof, you live under a single mother roof especially. So you don't have the money for really you for say, yo, go to Kingston. And then you talk about moving to Kingston, it's expensive. The rent is expensive. It's not country where the rent at 20, 30 grand for a one bedroom.
All right, so I've explained this to people before, right? Let me tap into this real quick. Say Nia TV, shout out to Nia TV. Nia TV says, yeah, because I seen you yesterday on this guy's channel. Two girls from Israel been in Jamaica for a couple of years now. BM says you not get a well-paying job overseas without proper training, especially the USA. Here's the thing. In the USA, right, they have Job Corps. It's completely free. In the USA also, they have incentives. Like for instance, a low-paying job, right, in the USA. Say, okay, let's go for fast food. If I go, to, if you, all you need is ambition, the opportunities are not there in Jamaica. Ambition in the US, you have, me know people would do this. Burger King is located right across the street from where did I work? He ended up being a manager. Ross, let me give you one. This is a Haitian brother too. This brother, Burger King is one place that he worked, and the next place where he did a work at was Taco Bell. And within about a year and a half, he became the manager at Taco Bell because he was so dedicated to what and worked so well at Taco Bell. May I show you opportunities, Still kept his job at Burger King while being a manager at Taco Bell. Now I have two jobs. Now this brother, the other day I went to my son's football game and I see the police officers from the city. They always surround the place wherever children are gathered. It brings some level of safety in case any emergency go on and these kind of things. Nobody no come shoot up the place or wherever. We have a quick response. One of the friggin' police officers, I'm sitting up in the stand looking down. This is somebody who I go out, shoot pool with, and him like, go ahead and drink, bro. You drink. I'm not drinking. I'll drive you home. So me drink and me enjoy myself. I ain't seen you in a while, whatever. Real dedicated youth, he's a straight family man and a hard friggin' worker. When me look down out of the stands, who did I see in a rotted police uniform? And I drive a cruiser. He showed up in a cruiser in his police uniform. I was even telling wife him, I said, babe, remember when you didn't leave the last time I go by your family and I went out the night him right there. So the opportunities to step and reach somewhere is what makes America that great. Jamaica don't have that. Most time, if you start out at KFC at Jamaica, it's very, very hard to go from KFC to anything else after that. So you're probably gonna be fast fooding for a long time. Here, they map it real quick. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna lose some sleep, but I'm gonna do fast Burger King, KFC. Put my money together, find some time, part-time school, get this certification, Lego one of them job there. Start working as a LPN, then or start working as a CNA. Go from CNA to this, LPN to this, to that. Before you know it, Lego all of them because she's now a registered nurse. Hired at the hospital, trauma nurse, this, that, and the other. Further training, gone. Jamaica don't have them opportunity and them stepping stones there.
Even in these fast food places, the incentives, they'll be like, yo, work for me for 3 years and I'll help you to go to school to further education. You can leave whenever you want. But at least give me 3 years. You get me? I say,
right.
I'll pay maybe 10% of your tuition where they want to go to a trade school, where they want to go to university, and you're free to leave.
Right.
And as I said, in Jamaica, SouFLo, depending on whichever age you want to work in fast food industry, you'll just be stuck there for a while. And Pandoni is definitely sugarcoating some stuff because people like to believe that there are jobs in Jamaica. So can Andrew want to start to talk about all the jobs in Jamaica, the job rate is at the lowest it is at. But what are these people getting paid SouFLo? What is the incentive, etc.? What are the benefits? Are they getting paid training? Because I have friends in Jamaica SouFLo and we can't tell
is there opportunity for growth?
They might tell me most of the while say I just call center. And what's the stepping stone from call center? Yes, a few people might make it out, but SouFLo, some people like to use the minute or the one-off occasion to say, oh, Johnson lawyer from call center, so you can do it. It's not like that. SouFLo, push and talk now, we see them. Look, everybody have different lanes. Also, what people need to understand with the youth in Jamaica, not everyone is some people are hands-on and some people are the theoretical people, in the sense of bookwork.
Right.
And I don't feel Jamaican schools create a lane for people who are not the book smart.
The bookworm
most
type of people.
We let go of those people. We push them aside.
We call them dunce.
And
that dunce.
It hurt me, Give an example, SouFLo, real life story. I talked to Bridget last night, I know why it hurt me, SouFLo. his aunt was in the background with her son, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not making assumptions that the local youth is artistic or anything, you know. But we just show how we must be mindful of how we use our words. I don't know what he was doing, but she said, idiot, you know, see it in front of you. And what Jamaican people don't understand is so flow. Sometimes these children are developing at a slow rate in the slow and sometimes something might really happen to them where they're born with maybe autism or on the spectrum, but because we as Jamaican people fail to identify these things and we don't have the resources to identify these things, we just
Brandon
come up and I call Pitney that and say you're gruff and you're this and you're that. You know how much Pitney Jamaican people discourage SouFLo? Like 23, we see it in a SouFLo.
Yeah,
and enough people in a discourage them Pitney in a SouFLo. It's not that it's their fault in a SouFLo, it's just how we grow in the culture. But there has to be a cultural shift in order to fix certain stuff and accommodate the skills necessary to drive Jamaica. Isn't that it?
So what would you suggest? Let's close out like this. What would you suggest to these companies who are saying that, look, we can't retain workers, you know, the Jamaican man, them especially, them want to go on smoke break every 20 minutes. Them have an attitude when you talk to them at work. You're instructing them how to do the job, you know, and them are going like, you can't tell me nothing, or me no want nobody come talk to me like me a boy, or they bring their attitude and their insecurities to work with them, and it causes a problem. The women, they're leaving and going overseas to find better positions and all that positions, to find better opportunities and all that, for lack of better word. What do you say to them that are saying tap into the Haitian population and tap into the Venezuela and Colombia crisis situation and get people, skilled laborers from those to come to Jamaica? What would you say to them? What's the solution in your eyes?
Boy, SouFLo, let me just start off saying I don't like the migration thing, you know, because I see you kind of deal with certain places. You know, I'm not in Jamaica, that's and the cultural aspect. However, I feel like these companies, right, they have to get to the youth from early, not 17 or 18 SouFLo, from the from the regional high school. You have to build the high schools and communities from those early ages for these youth to give them something so they can look forward to. Let me ask SouFLo, because you see certain times when they reach a certain age, their minds are closed off to certain things.
These companies, you're saying?
Companies in terms of, I'm not saying the private sector only, but the public sector as well. The onus is also on the government, more so on the government.
Right.
But in terms of programs, educational programs, it is important for them to into schools and have partnerships with schools so that they can look for students who have some interest in construction, in farming, etc. Because a lot of times in a SouFLo, you have people in a high school or they would want to farming, but they don't know where to look. They don't have the guidance. And a lot of the times, SouFLo, children in Jamaica don't have the guidance. Them live in a single parent home, but them know so them have an interest in something, but them know so mommy and daddy don't really have money, so them not really speak up on it. They get me, so them not really pursue it. And when they reach certain ages, them have a mindset to say, yo, true, nobody help me through when me young, me just my close after this. You get me, I say?
Yeah, I'm watching this comment section. There's some brilliant stuff going on in here. I'm gonna reiterate some of them in a minute. Oh, no, hold on.
So just to finally say, I feel like it's just more programs, educational programs, and getting out there on the ground to show the youth that there's something to look forward to, not promises. Because Jamaican government and these people love promise people things and then fall on deaf ears, etc.
Give them something tangible, something them can touch, something tangible. Them can see.
And pay the people them to, you get me, I say?
Yeah.
Pay the people them to. If I go train a man, and let me tell you SouFLo, for finally say, stop telling people, boy, you need 5 years experience. When I eat that, you say you want a man who can do welding. Right? You're not training the man. And pay the money while in train, and then you start to say the man can take on the work fully and you allow him alone. But stop telling people about this 2-year, 5-year, 3-year experience thing.
All right.
Everybody you have in the job already. So where you going to find this miraculous man who just have 5 years experience in the field? We need more training programs. But bless up yourself, SouFLo.
Manners and respect, my brother.
Yeah,
man. Yeah, that's one of the biggest things that Jamaica know. Yeah, you're fresh out of school, but we need, you know, you have at least 2 years of experience in the field is required. You're like, but we just come out of school. Where may I get 2 years in the field required from? So, being that I went through Kaiser University in the US, right? I can tell you one of the things that Kaiser does that makes them stand out is that your last year of your program is spent on the job, Right. You don't get paid for it, but you're on the job and you're expected to show up to work wherever that company is. You're expected to show up in uniform, and you better know all the protocols. Basically, it's your apprenticeship on the job. So by the time you graduate, and I tell you the truth, as a matter of fact, before I even graduated, I had a job offer. Before I even graduated, the person who was running the program at the first facility I worked at said, "Man, I can't wait for you to leave school. When's your graduation? You haven't left yet?" Because I saw them out there, right? They're like, "When's your graduation? Come on now, you haven't left yet?" I said, "No, I got a couple more months to go. Right now, I'm doing some pediatric stuff down south." And they're like, "You better not go down south. I need you at our facility." And I walked away feeling strange because I was like, "Damn, is it that easy?" But it wasn't that easy. It's the institution that I went to that created a path for all its students to be able to leave school and end up in a position. So nobody had to ask me, well, we would like to hire you, but you need at least a year's experience. Well, I got a year's experience coming straight out of school. Where did you get that year's experience from? From so and so facility, and I worked there for. And what did you do there? This, that, and the other. I know how to do documentation under this system, that system. Can break down everything for them. They're like, okay, yes, good. So we'll start you out at base pay, no problem. I'm employed. Climb my way up the ladder quickly, right? They need that. Some of these comments in here are brilliant. Like Kaz Robinson says, they need to start an apprenticeship program to get the young into their company and then pay a decent wage, right? Another one, Rock Shocks. Shout out to Rock Shocks. Rock Shocks says Jamaica's hope are the children coming out of high school. The companies need to start a program with the schools. Right. Like right now, my son is in the 10th grade and he's already doing a metalwork program. And he got one certification down already in the 10th grade. So by the time he gets to 11th, 12th grade, he's probably going to be fully certified in a skilled trade. This is before even graduating high school. And his dream is to play football at a higher level, but he's grabbing a trade while he's at it. Can we implement this into the system in Jamaica where your last year or 2 years of school, you're actually getting some apprenticeship, skill trade training, where when you leave, it's like, I already have 2 years of experience in this field. I'm applying for this position. I went through the so and so skill trade program, and they're like, boom, yes, come on in. Can we do that? Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFlo.
Good morning, family. How you doing?
I'm doing well.
All right, talk to us.
This high school to workforce,
Mm-hmm.
that is the key. That is the savior.
High school to workforce.
My son is 18 and currently have Boeing and Mercedes in a bidding war for him.
And he
understand? Still in high school.
See? Yeah.
He won't graduate till next May.
Yeah.
But he was awarded Student of the Month in his skilled trade, which is welding.
Right.
And they're in a bidding war for my son.
You see?
Already.
My best friend out of high school did the same thing, and his was graphic design, printing and graphic design. And while we were going to regular classes, his last half of the day was he would get on a bus and go to the program. We didn't know what he was doing and all that. By the time we graduated, he was fully certified, had everything he needed, and skill in graphic design and printing. Today, he owns his own graphic design and printing shop.
Look at that.
Right. And he's been surviving off of that for all these years. His business just grew out of control. So, yes, I agree with you 100%. And boy, if we could just implement this, right?
They need to.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's like the last caller said, stop with the skill. You have to have experience for 2, 3 years, 5 years. That's ridiculousness. Of a fact, majority of the jobs here that is certified, you can go and get on the job training.
Right.
And become certified.
Right.
while you're working and earning money from the same company.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So they need to do better and stop talking about important laborers. We have them there.
They just need to
treat the people better, and their mindset will be better.
I agree.
That's my 2 cents.
Thank you. I agree. Absolutely. Thank you, sis.
You're welcome.
All right. Yeah. So if we could implement these programs into Jamaica, you see people cuss with sometime, why not go on like say foreign a heaven and foreign a milk and honey and everything better over there. No, we out here, so we on the outside looking in now. Cause one time you're in at the store, you can't really see what's going on, because you're a part of everything moving in there. When you step outside now, the people who travel overseas, they have a chance to step outside and then look in and then compare to what they're seeing. It's no secret that the US emulates and imitates, follows everything what the US do. Jamaica does that. They follow everything what the US do. So follow some of these things too. Implement some of these programs too in the way that they're done in the US, so it benefits the youth them in Jamaica. Fresh out of school, right into a paying field. That would be something that would definitely encourage youths to stay in school and graduate, because so once you're done, you can get your skill training straight through high school, right into the workforce. What's there to argue about? Unless you're just a real cruff and really don't want to do nothing with yourself, right? Which I don't think that's how most of the youths are. Most of the youths are not criminals. Most of the youths are not cruffs that don't want to do anything. Most of them are looking for a way to fulfill their dreams, to become somebody, to do something meaningful and worthwhile, not menial and barely scraping by. It's insulting, especially when you're full up of education. Buja Bantan, Buja said in our song, full up of education yet no own a payroll. You know what frustrating like that? Highly educated and no opportunities to exercise this education. Man got on scammer and become some of the best scammer too. And then when they go to prison, this is us over here talking about, why you didn't use that knowledge to start your own company and run at this and do at that. And you could have been the CEO of a Fortune 500 company, and all that. Yeah, they call them smart. But understand how the Jamaica run, my friend. Somebody said earlier, you better know somebody that knows somebody or something like that, right? Otherwise, it's pretty hard. It's pretty hard to bootstrap, ground up, build, expand, grow. I'm not talking about no little corner shop neither. I'm talking about something sustainable and substantial, right? So shout out to the people who are doing business in Jamaica, these prominent businessmen who are suggesting that we tap into foreign populations like Haiti, Colombia, and the other one for labor. When, if you really care about Jamaica, listen to this podcast right here and implement some of the things that were said right here, right? All right. We're going to leave that one right there and move on to another topic that we have. Mr. Bram Bram says, I am the happiest when I'm home, but I need money to live a comfortable life. So I'm here for the money, not for the love. I saw. Virtuous Fire says, the schools took so much out. What happened to metal work, woodwork, plastics classes? Why? Yeah, that too. Are they even doing that anymore? The school them have woodwork still? Like, man used to leave school when me I grew up, the big boy them used to leave school and know how to build furniture already. You want your whatnot bill and your bed bill and some nice custom bed. Nobody not buying a bed from foreign and no quartz bed and all them something there. Them bed there last your whole life. Solid wood bed. Broad platform bed. All you need now is the nice mattress to go put on it. The youth them used to leave school knowing how to do these things. Welding programs. Or them not have them again. Home economics, even. Learn how to cook and come out of school, come open a restaurant, start with a little cook shop and grow. And before you know it, man own 2-3 restaurants on the island. So they took those out of school. Oh man. Hustling backwards, man. Hustling backwards. Them thing that I don't even like to hear it, because then it makes me think, yeah, there we go again. Every time I go 5 steps forward, y'all pull me like 5 steps back, because it's like we are hustle, but somebody. You remember that Barris Hammond song? Every time I lift my head above water, try to save myself from drown. There's an overnight scheme all worked out, designed to keep me down. Still I'm putting up a resistance. I'm gonna work it out. Cause that it seemed like, because we're here talking about the same thing that was there before. Where them gone? Where they gone? Oh man. Anyhow, SouFlo them take your money and you wait years for your furniture. Boy, I don't know about that still, cause the furniture man them up a Clarendon, which part me come from, people get them furniture. You pass by him yard, you see my work. That's how him work whole day. And you pass by him yard, you see a bed that come in. You say, yes, put in that design and that's for me, and you can't even custom it and thing, right? And deliver it to your yard. We're talking about people that are in the community, You never have to go nowhere. I guess things and times have changed, yes? Well, Jamaica, one thing about us though, we'll find a way to survive. We're gonna help ourselves regardless. All when it's all falling down and it all seems gloomy, it's still hope and hopeful, and that's who we are. So, end of the day, the glass is still always half full, right? Not half empty. Anyways, yes, in Manchester too, Dorothy T says they make the best kitchen cupboards. Missy Bram Bram says, may I tell you, they make the best kitchen cupboards, they make the best beds, they make the best home furnitures, period. When I walk in a traditional Jamaican house, may I talk about the one them where like try look like them come from foreign and them have the little them furniture they will make of, like it look glossy on the outside, but if you chip it, you see like crushed wood. I forgot what them call the crushed wood, Farmica and crushed wood. That not those. When you walk in a traditional Jamaican house, you can smell the cedar. You can see once you look at that furniture, you tell yourself, say, Ross, me couldn't afford that bed there, if up a foreign, cause them the kind of bed they are foreign at thousands of dollars for them. Yeah. Them there. Even those, we should be exporting custom stuff. But anyhow, moving right along this morning. We can't beat one topic to death because I'm bent on finishing on time this morning. Or if you can go to the gym, go work out or like a sexy body and stay sexy and these kind of things. Let's take a phone call before we start the next topic. Next topic will be Beenie Man. Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Yeah, bless up SouFlo.
Manners and respect, family. What go on?
Yeah, man. The program sort of interesting, and Mr. would give a little card.
All right, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my perspective, is that when it comes to Jamaica and technical vocational education, I think we are not doing too bad in the school. And even with the advent of art, we have opportunities for training. But where I think the problem lies is the discard between training and industry.
Okay.
Why I say that is, we train in the high schools, technical school, and art, but when it comes to the placement, internship, there is a lot there. I don't know if it's been sold,
Okay.
I think they should industry to, try to do their part.
Oh yeah.
Go on.
You're live, you have to speak up loud,
Okay, good.
Then you can't talk so loud. Talk loud, man. Let the people hear you.
I think industry should be asked to pay, even give incentive in making a contribution, in taking those youths when they are trained in the schools, for in work experience or intern. I think there is you talk about art is doing wonderful, man. And the schools.
Yeah, they said they're getting ready to graduate 11,200 and something people over a couple of months period. So obviously they're putting in the work. But I've seen where Jamaican people have said stuff like, "Why, 4 years now me graduate from Heart and me get my certification and now me can't find no work nowhere upon the island and these things." So I mean,
that's why I'm saying the industry should be asked to play a greater part.
Okay.
Even give them incentive to have people come there to do internship, work experience, and things like those.
I agree. I agree.
Because you talk about Job Corps. I have the opportunity to work at Jamaica as a teacher in technical situation and in art. And I'm at Job Corps. And there is no...
You are at Job Corps. You are at Job Corps right now.
Right now.
All right.
I'm in Job Corps in the US.
All right. What are you? Wait. Are you at Job Corps as an instructor, or are you at Job Corps getting as an instructor?
As an instructor, man.
All right. So you hear me talking about Job Corps all the time, right?
Yes.
And this is why I said to people in America that you have no excuse whatsoever, because even when you're down on your luck to absolutely nothing, Job Corps is there.
It's there.
Yes.
But listen, though, it's no more than what we have in Jamaica.
It's no more than what we have.
Well, in some respect.
In some respect, because I know pregnant girls will go Job Corps and them have daycare center for them woman drop off them picnic and go on at school.
Well, in terms of that. But I'm thinking in terms of some of the programs that are offered. Right now where I'm at.
Right.
Where I used to teach in Jamaica, I teach at a higher level. But the thing is, there is the opportunity to progress here, in the US.
What is your pay difference since we're here? What is your pay difference since we're here? Compare your salaries real quick. I don't need a money amount. I just need you to compare salaries and say.
Well, SouFlo, we can't even complain.
All right.
Because the reality is what I would work for a month, I just save that in here. But I work for the month. That's what I'm saving.
Wow.
I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Yes, man. Clearly. Clearly.
But I don't want to go there.
Right.
As we know, America is a developed country.
Right.
But I just want to say, we are doing training to the extent that we can, what we have in terms of resources. But I think industry to be asked to
play a greater part.
They are giving their 3%.
Right.
But I think the government should give incentive to industry to take some of those trainees to mentor them, to give them internship, work experience.
That's what somebody said before.
Because listen, I guarantee a large percentage of those who are cut shortly do not have an experience.
Right. Right. That's what somebody said before. Somebody said the same thing you're saying before.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a fact.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I'm talking from somebody who taught in the high school vocational programs and that art vocational program. Yes. And now I am in America.
So you are absolutely more qualified than any of us here because firsthand you in it. Boots on the ground, you're in it. Right. And we appreciate you calling in and sharing that with us. All right.
One love, man.
Manners and respect, sir.
Good.
All right. You can tell, says a humble brother. I'm not too loud on these kind of things. But that is right up his alley. Kaita Jai Empress just said it. Job Corps offers daycare, transportation, room and board, health benefits, and most of all, paid training. Now, how the hell can you fail? If you're homeless and up on the road, everything is basically taken care of. Walk right in, and then the rest is up to you, right? I think this is called taking care of your people. Yeah, because when you've given a man every opportunity to succeed, you've given him all the tools, failure is up to him. And then when him fail, him can't come talk about government never this and them rob up the whole of the money and with the youth, them not see nothing and the poor little ghetto youth, them and nothing not there for we and my parents, them poor and some couldn't go no further and all that stuff will be eliminated. All that stuff will be eliminated. Right? All right. We're moving on though. On to the next topic. Our next topic this morning is Beenie Man. So Beenie Man has an album out. Beenie Man has an album out. Shout out to all the dancehall people in the building. Beenie Man has an album out. I've always said this and I'll say it again. I've seen Beenie Man perform live multiple times. Beenie Man is a consummate professional. He is top tier when it comes to performing live, especially real showman. And I myself am going to do a favor to myself, not to Beanie, to myself, and make sure that I get his new album this weekend. Right? My change phone and my a wife do the phone thing come in a them technology something yeah. So here's my old phone with the crack up screen. See how the screen crack up? And here's my new phone. So I change phone and I haven't changed over all my apps yet. But when I change over my music streaming app, I'm gonna purchase his album purposely this weekend. The name of the album is Simmer. It's Beenie Man's new album. Couple of things I'm gonna run through like this. Beenie Man Simmer, his 17th studio album, failed to debut on the sales and streaming driven Billboard reggae album charts in the weeks following its release in September. The 20-track album, they have 20 tracks on it now. The 20-track album, independently released via Beanie's MD Music Group. Glad to see he's taking ownership of his stuff. It sold 500 units in sales and streaming. In sales and streaming, in the United States during its first week, according to data that was provided from Billboard sales tracker Luminate. Of this sales, 100 copies of that was pure album sales. So, let me start first with the people them who always online, always ready to cuss out somebody else. Cause me did say something before and say, yo, Beenie Man been around for a long time. I want to see the artists them that Beenie Man boss. You know, like how Bounty Killer have a string of artists that's associated with him, right? Where is the string of artists that's associated with Beenie Man? This is how me and Mr. Vegas did catch up because I said Mr. Vegas is one of them artists there that almost became a household name. String of artists that we can say is Mr. Vegas, boss them artists there, mentor them, put them in the business, they're successful, blah, blah, blah. I didn't see that track record for Beenie Man, right? Right. But I know that we are gonna talk about. The people who ready for kill you because you said something. Where are y'all at? Where are you guys at? How come you not supporting your artist? 100 copies? That's his first week sales. One whole week past, 100 copies. That's the pure album sales. Where y'all at? If you care about your artist so much that you would have fight SouFLo for him, and yo man, if you shut out your head back and man, if you that up in arms, how come you're not supporting him? How come you're not supporting him? Now, not only the people, because we already know that a lot of you Jamaicans don't really support your artists them like that. You don't buy their merch, you don't buy their music, you don't stream their music like that, right? But you talk a lot on social media, so you're more used for promotion. But on not even not talk about the album, just like Beenie said. But we're gonna get into what Beenie said in a minute. Shout out to Dancehall Mag, King of Dancehall, Beenie Man. King of Dancehall. I have a problem with that. But hey, him can call himself anything he wants to call himself. He's a king. He is a king. So is Bounty Killer. So is Vibes Cartel. We're not going to argue that though. The reigning king is another story. King of Dancehall, Beenie Man, may be the lone flag bearer for the dancehall genre when nominations for the 66th annual Grammy Awards are announced today, Friday. Although the category dedicated to celebrating Jamaican music is dubbed Best Reggae Album, it recognizes albums by both reggae and dancehall artists. Still, when the final 5 or 6 are named, reggae artists are expected to dominate the category. Following last year's trend, where only Sean Paul's Scorcher represented dancehall in the Grammy sphere, Beenie Man Simmer album, which was released on August 31st, 2023, may be the genre's only project that makes the cut this year. His let me see if I can make this smaller. I was trying to show you the album cover, but y'all go look it up. It's Simma. It's Beenie Man's new album. The album cover there. Bad piece of art. Saying, uh, should be up for a Grammy nomination. And as you all know, Beenie already has a Grammy. He won a Grammy already quite a while back, of course, but he did win one. So Simma, which features collaborations, all the people that are on his new album, you have Shaggy upon it, you have Sean Paul, you have Louis Culture. Who sing I was born to be free. Man, all gangali gangsterly. No Louis Culture that. All right, you have superstar, hood celebrity is on it. Charlie Black's step on it. Dexter Daps step on it. Shensia is on it, as well as international stars like Stoneboy is on it. Maya is on it, and is Beenie Man's 17th studio album. If the entertainer is nominated for the 2024 Grammy Awards, it will be his fourth nomination, following Many Moods of Moses, which is another album, The Doctor, which is another album, and Art and Life is another album, which took home the Grammy back in 2001. So he's won a Grammy before in 2001. For him to win a Grammy in 2024, that would be a big deal. 20 plus years after his first Grammy win in 2001, if he were to get another win, it would be a great accomplishment to have an album where you can even submit again after so many years in the business. The sky is the limit for Beenie Man. He is iconic. He is. He's one of our icons. Now, with that said, and Beenie Man being one of our icons, and looking like these poor record sales are going on, something bothers me. The dance hall fraternity, there is no unity. You see, when rappers drop their album, I notice other rappers start streaming it, start on using their platform to say, yo, go check out so and so album. It just dropped today. It's fire. Track number 7 is my favorite one. I did a collab with him on track number 9, but track number 7 is my favorite. Them get hype about each other's projects, and they use their platform to promote each other. I don't say that. Me not hear no dancehall artists talk about Beenie Man new album. I don't hear no dancehall artists mentioning anything about Beenie Man album, not even the ones who he has on the album. I don't hear Shaggy talk about it. I don't hear Sean Paul talk about it. I don't hear Shensia talk about it. I don't hear none of the people that he has on the album talking about the album. That would be some of the biggest promotion that your album could get. Beenie. Beenie. Beenie Man. Right. Now, with that said, Beenie put out a video the other day and Beenie said, the vlogger them talk about everything. Anytime we do nothing, them talk about it. If I'm getting at anything, them talk about it. Right? Them talk about everything. Him drop an album, a stellar album. The album is good, wicked. Nobody a talk about it. All right. Shout out to Pinkwall. Pinkwall first responded and said, me not promote none of them album for free or music for free. Because when last have they ever big up one of us? When last have they ever said thank you to one of us? Did I not say that to y'all before? I said that to you the morning, and by the afternoon, that's a video that was put up by Beenie. I don't know if him did see or hear. Maybe him didn't, because if he did, he probably wouldn't have said that. So Beenie is one of them. When we promote y'all music, Beenie Man, only not talk about we. I don't hear you mention Dancehall Mag. Dancehall Mag all over your stuff. That's where I just read all that from just now to tell my audience. So I'm not here when just come on and simply say, big up so and so, big up so and so. Shout out to Cargo. Remember, when me I push Cargo thing and I say, I even did a whole thing surround. See, what I understand is this. I understand promotion. So when Cargo did the walk a mile in my shoes, something, and I started doing shows specifically saying mothers can get away with anything for real. Yo, no need to go listen to that song about Chicago, because some woman should never even be a mother, you know. But just because in our culture it says loves your mother regardless, and then we had this conversation, love her even when she make her man come touch you up as a little picnic. Love her even when she abuse you worse than the father where you never have. Better did she did leave you to love her. So it took on a deeper conversation, but my goal was the promotion. See, then me see people like Cargo get them little resurgence, went from nobody mentioning to people talking about you, and then constantly again. Then they start doing these interviews, and then I go up on platforms, right? You know, you never hear, yo, big up SouFlo, you know, cause a blogger out there named SouFLoTV, yeah, man, a real youth, and then carry on. That's it. One little mention. I actually asked Cargo, because I was feeling some kind of way because I was going so at it. Like I try promote theme thing without him even noticing, and him never asked me to do it. But I thought the reciprocation goes a long way in this world, right? So I'm doing next one now. Him dep on stage, him dep on here, him dep on there, him go back on stage, him dep on here and there. When him and Francine was hot and going to all these different places and stuff, and then I said this is the resurgence of Cargo. So I hit Cargo up behind the scenes. And I say, yo, how come, you know, the people them were promote your thing hard and all this, how come you never, when you get on stage, like all on stage and so on, you never mention these people? The man say, boy, I tell you the truth still, you know, we go up on this, when we go up on the interview them, it's like there's so much we talk about and we forget stuff. See, we forget stuff or we forget. So I think y'all need to stop forgetting. Here's the thing. It's the same people them want to look down upon, want to used to call like a vlogger boy, vlogger girl. You see how times change. You see how the world change. You see how this internet something changed the world. You see how people have built solid platforms. You see how some of them vloggers and bloggers out here, you don't have to tell them nothing. They earn about the same amount, if not more money than you, right? When we go look on someone on YouTube and all this, we have more subscribers and followers than you. We can hold an audience of 1,000 and plus people who tune in every single morning for hear we talk for hours than you. These kind of things. So when you understand that, take away the jealousy. I mean, name Beenie Man, me are the big, me are the king. So if me mention the little vlogger your name, I probably I gonna make him get bigger or send people go over and platform. That's the mentality that a lot of them operate from. It's not that they forgot, it's that they don't want to share. Or maybe it's because how them this or how them you know, some people where them can't praise you in public because of the stuff they talk about you in private, that kind of stuff. Cause them with their own them brethren and them brethren say, and you say, yo, you ever watch a channel named SouFLoTV? And one of your brethren say, yo, that suck pussy boy there, yo, me here to me say, I can't blood clot stand him. And then from there, so them join the conversation. John no star, you're chewing on chat too much. I can't stand him neither. I think I one good video him do still. The one where him did say something about so and so. But other than that, me not really listen to him. So when them join them kind of conversation about you, right? It's hard for them to go on a platform and say, yo, big up SouFlo, cause I'm bridging them when him just talk bad about you about, I go say, oh yeah, big up that batty boy there when I him me just don't talk me and you just talk about. You understand? So they won't give us no credit. What they don't understand is nobody gave us this. Shout out to YouTube and shout out to the people them who follow. Nobody gave us this. So just like how when you cut on a lane with your music and you run it, I see them where we did have to scratch and grind and cut the lane here. All you have to do is make your whole thing be about love and about upliftment. And if you're thinking positive, positive will happen. If you're thinking love and upliftment, bear upness I go on. So when you big up the vlogger them will even more promote your stuff more than even before. Nobody have to ask me to promote certain things. I'll promote it, but I'm a reciprocal kind of person. See, that mean if you're not big me up, what the sense in me bigging you up. I know a lot of our artists are under this God complex, and this God complex is like bow down to me, right? I'm this person. You should be promoting and talking about my stuff. But no, we really shouldn't. We really shouldn't. You're still a human being. I don't give a damn how many followers you have, how many records you sold, how much Grammy you win, how much money you have in your bank account, how much Benz and Beamer you drive, which big star you collaborated with. At the end of the day, it all strips back down to you just a next Jamaican man, just like myself, yeah. Right? And we out here trying to get it. So if you realize and see a youth where try, get it, and him promote your thing without you even asking him to, that should be somebody you automatically big up. Yo, may not even know the youth, you know. How hard is it to get on your interview and say that, Beanie? When I get on the interview and say everything else, so how hard is it for you to get on your interview and say, yo, may not even know the youth, you know, but big up dancehall mag. Yeah, I'm big up so and so. I'm big up where him name that too. Because them alone, me say I talk about my album and me have to respect them for that because just simple as that, bro, and then it will go a long way. I bet you anything you drop after that, them dep on it. Because they're thankful for the one big up. Them respect, you know. Your work is solid in the field. We can't not respect it. You are Beenie Man. You be a do this from your 10. You're in your 30 odd years. You win Grammy. 20 something years later, you have an album that's fit enough to be submitted for a Grammy again. We can't disrespect the legacy. We see it. It doesn't mean that we have to promote it though. Times have changed. Gatekeepers aren't gatekeepers anymore. If it did up to somehow, no, this vlogging stuff, something that wouldn't happen. Not for we wouldn't get to eat a food or build a platform or do nothing like that. Move on, go and go sit down over there. So who you know? You know, it was about who send you and who you know and which crew and click you click up with, and we don't have to deal with any of that, right? So I enjoy promoting the music, and I love reggae music, I love dancehall music, I love Jamaican culture, and because you, Beenie Man, are an ambassador for our culture, I will definitely go buy your album and I will definitely be streaming it all weekend this weekend. And that's a promise. And it's not a favor to you, Beanie, it's a favor to myself because I really want to hear the album. I have heard from people that the album is actually really, 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 really good. I see me watch the dancehall video them. Me see some of the song them I play outer road when party are going. And you know how Jamaicans party in a full fashion. No other country does it like that. We're talking about outer road under the stars kind of party. And me see the dance them. And me see Beenie Man something I play upon repeat out there. So obviously it's catching waves. And more of the people them who are hearing me this morning, the 1191 people who are here this morning, 1191 hour this morning. Make it a point this weekend to go and purchase Beenie Man's album and get those numbers up. For us as Jamaicans, as our culture goes, it's kind of shameful to see the numbers when our icons, who are very much still relevant, drop music and 100 album sales in a week. That's embarrassing. Not for Beanie, because over time it's probably gonna pick up. But for us, it kind of shows how we really don't support our own culture, and we over here support everybody else something. See, vlogging has come a long way, and that's for sure. Live through Erica TV, absolutely, absolutely. And for those who stuck it out, did the work, worked out all the kinks, learned as we went along, made the mistakes, paid the price, kept growing. We're here. We're here. And we still intend to stay here, grow more, do more. I bet money. You want me to tell you something? And I'm going, you know what? I should do it to prove it. And watch when I say it, enough people are going to laugh, right? But then watch me prove you wrong. Make it a point today. Today is November 10th, 2023. Remember me said this today. I'm going to put out an album, right? And the album is going to do more in its first week of sales than Beenie Man album did. And Beenie Man is a legend. I'm going to show you the power of a platform, the power of this platform. Because we went through all the little vlogger boy and dirty thinking vlogger girl. And we went through all that. To now they're saying, how come they not talking about my stuff? Oh, now in the while we talk about on the stuff. Right. Thinking dirty, this, that, and the other. I have something to prove. Watch me do this. Right? Some people are gonna laugh, but wait till you see it. Watch and see. I promise you. I promise you. And full speed ahead too. Just to prove that point. See? Big up to Beenie Man though, man. He is legendary. We can't take that away from him. And I'll never disrespect his legacy in any kind of way. Only time me talk against Beenie Man is when it come to me debating if Vibes Cartel is the reigning king of dancehall versus Beenie Man, and that's it. That's that's about it, and that's that's subjected to. Some people feel it's Beenie, some people feel it's Vibes Cartel, and that's just how the thing goes. I just friendly competition kind of thing, but his legacy is solid. We can't disrespect it. We can't argue about it. We can't nothing about it. So the most I can do is go pick that up for me. So me can say I have Beenie Man's 17th studio album and it bad. That's all. That's all. All right. With that said, Erica says, Erica says, your son's music. Nah, my son music is a different genre of music. And by the way, when your kids are growing and they feel like this is what they want to do, and then them just switch and change direction. That's what happened with my son. Him just like switch and change direction. I'm like, Farah, why you stop the music? The music was good. And he was like, yeah, but I'm concentrating on school first. So he's currently in school, concentrating on school first. He wants to get a degree first, a certification first, before he goes off into doing this whole music thing. And I'm not going to argue with that. At the end of the day, I tell him, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Real hustlers never put all their eggs in one basket. You never have one basket. You create multiple streams of income and you dedicate yourself and you work it out. So he's on to that, and I'm proud of him for that. So his music stalled up, even though I was waiting and ready to go, and the music stalled up. I even had people in Jamaica I was picking out, like getting ready to go approach them and do collaborations and those kind of stuff. But he hit the brakes on it by himself, and that's that. And I respect that. Right? Obviously, Maria's him right. I instilled some good things in him. Because as much as I was going for the music, I was scratching my head. Remember, I know Miss Ruby up there, so Miss Ruby would I say, DJ, what? We artists like paint stuff. No, grandma, me want to sing. Sing what? Gospel music? Like Grace Trillers? No, grandma, like dancehall, reggae music, and them something there. In the name of Jesus. In the name of Cruff, you want to come turn. In the name of Jai, rebuke the Cruff spirit out of you. In the name of Almighty God. No, so I couldn't do it. Right? So I obviously raised him right. And he chose education, and I ain't fighting it. The music is still there, and he'll be back on his music. I'm talking about my own music, my genre of music that applies to my people kind of music. See? Hi, pretty. Oh, you just wake up and come in here stumbling, make them people here see the mommy. Say hi, everybody. Hi. Ooh. See her daddy, baby. You my baby? I love you. You just wake up. You got juice? Where mommy? Where mommy? Mommy over there? Wave to the people then. Say hi. Yo, I seen so my wife Lego my daughter here, right? And it's beautiful. So Mikara go a road with her hair out. I'm see black women looking at my daughter and like I cut their eye. And I was like, and I pick up on it. I'm like, they hate themselves to rotted. And there's this one older black woman that had on a wig. She had on a wig, and you can tell it's a wig. You know them old time wig that granny still not up to par yet. She don't know about the new lace front. Them will look real. And she stared at my daughter so long, and then cut her eye on my daughter, for one little girl. She was like, and then she looked upon me, some stare on her like this. She was like, she had tried say something, but me I look upon she with the wig, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, mama, let go that piece of wig there and let out your ear and make your real crown show kind of thing, you know? But say me and my pretty hair. Yeah, pretty hair. Mm-hmm. And I'm beautiful and gorgeous. Oh, I'm thick as sexy body Shakira. Buffness. Oh, sturdy body. Wow. Hey, you have to talk to her sometime like I want a strange man out the road, you know. Alright, so. Yeah, cause them get bored, you know. You keep on I wake up and say the same thing every day, she gets bored. You have to say stuff them where man them out the road and say, yo, me I beg you something. Well, you beg me. I beg you some front. Yeah, I forgot like one of them take a regular way and look her out the road. Eh. I love you. You're so sweet, mommy. Y'all gonna let me finish up this though, and then on the can go on. You know, I always found the black woman's hair to be therapy. That I think is actually therapy from an OT's perspective. It's like stuff that you touch that can be therapeutic to you. I always feel like it's therapeutic. Let's rub on it or something. Mommy, y'all gonna let me finish up this live? Tell the people bye-bye. Bye-bye. See you later. See you later. All right, go on. Go, mommy. Hi, Papa. Hi. You want to come say hi? Some of them be wondering where y'all at. So, Kai there. Kai, big and tall. Say hi. Hi. Come, mommy. All right. Say bye. Bye. Go on. All right. Yeah, y'all let me finish this up real quick. So we're done with the Beenie Man something this morning. Close the door for me. I'm soon done, babe. She obviously ready for babe. Nothing. She obviously ready for go. She obviously ready to go to the gym and all these things. Yeah, man, real life takes place outside of social media, you know. Sometimes I'll be on social media and people get carried away with themselves, and I'm like, you really scroll and get all invested and act like the social media is your real life. I hope you are as happy in real life as you pretend to be on social media, or as you portray to be, you know, because real life take place outside of social media, not on social media. You see me? Right. So we are doing the man thing. We are raise the family and we are dedicate ourselves to just royal stuff. You see it? All right. And the woman that don't play, I think she still will box me still. So I stay in line, you know? Because you never know. Don't you have a box yet? Me no want to find out. Anyhow, let's move right along. So big up to Beenie Man. We'll definitely be getting your album this weekend. Some of the topics we're probably not going to get to talk about, but this one for sure. We have 20 minutes, and I want this Dear SouFlo to be heard. All right, so we're going to the Dear SouFlo. Life to Erica TV says, thank God you are grounded. Yeah, foundation. Them say train up a child in the way he should grow, and once the child become a man, they won't move too far from that path and these kind of things, which I think is very true. And I'm glad, I'm blessed. I got a solid foundation under me. So we don't get hype about nothing. We are human beings and we're here living life and encouraging others to live life and live a full life. Seeing? All right. Wait there. Them say longer than the bed. Yeah, Kai is tall, man. Kai is tall. Kai passed half my mother length height already. And he's 5. Him just turned 5, right? Passed half my mother height already. I told her the other day, I said, by the time this man reach 11, 12, he's probably going to be taller than you. Let's go into this Dear SouFlo. I need y'all help with this because when I was reading this, I felt some type of way. See, Missy? My husband, ready for the dear SouFlo? This is going to be our last one for the morning. Everything else we'll talk about at some other time. Crab circle, we have to talk about. All right, so 2 minutes on the crab circle. Everybody ready to forgive Alice for the crab circle? Crab circle right now is new construction is underway. If you can go over to Loop and look, you'll see the bathrooms that they're putting in over there. Following the recent closure of the popular crab circle at Hero Circle in Kingston for public health reasons, construction is now underway on the building of the bathroom facilities and the hygienic accommodations of both vendors and patrons over at Crab Circle. The popular street side eatery was ordered closed after a video circulated of a woman named Alice that took a big doodoo right next to the food and wipe her body on another occasion right in front of the customers without them even knowing it because they were on the other side of the counter to show you how things did nasty up, and she dropped the doodoo something in the bucket back her. Karen Glass, I appreciate you greatly. Thank you. So are we now ready to forgive? Because they're working on it up to speed and should be up and running, hopefully, for the Christmas to New Year season to come around. That is what I wanted to see. I know how important it is to have your income coming in Jamaica, in a place where, the money is so limited and the opportunities are so limited and the bills don't stop. So I didn't want to see it closed down permanently. I wanted to see exactly what was happening, and it's happening now. They are building the toilet facilities out there and it's looking good. Go over to Loop and type it in, and you will actually see the video of the construction in process. The title of it is Construction of Bathroom Facilities Underway at Crab Circle. With that said, are we now ready to forgive Alice? Or we don't want her to come back out there? Alice cannot go back without a face. Kaz Robinson says Alice cannot go back without a face transformation. Oh, God. Karen Notice says, I hope Alice won't be there. No. Life True Erica says, I don't know if they would buy from her again. Kaz says, open it back, yes, but Alice, no. Missy Brum says, no, Alice. Dion Rickett says, I wonder if Nadine is going to be there. You know me, I pray for Nadine, me, I hope nothing happen to her. Sad situation still. Because when you take away people's food, you can be in danger. You go on like Jamaica, place. Somebody extended family member used to benefit from that income out there. Once that income they stop, then we do your things out the road. LA says they should be required to do health training, and they are. And I believe that it's Hart that and Dr. Christopher Tufton and Hart them have decided to give them these types of trainings for free. Food handling certification and all the necessary hygiene trainings for free. Like your food has to be kept at this certain temperature, the importance of hand washing and how to properly wash hands, foodborne bacteria, training for all that. They are getting that as well. It's important to put that out there as well. So them just not go put up 2 bathroom and come back. They're away getting their training as well. Inga Baby says this Alice issue is not only an embarrassment to her but also to the government of Jamaica, and they should have put the toilet from the beginning. The government failed Alice and other vendors. Absolutely. And please, y'all remember this too. As it is said, the other vendors told us to our face, I know she won't do it. The whole of we shit out there. So we hear saying Alice, but them tell we say, I know she alone do it. The whole of we do it. So with that said, I'm ready to forgive Alice. I am. I'm ready to forgive her. And I told y'all, I'll be in Jamaica. And when I'm in Jamaica, I'm going to make it a point to go there. I'm going to make it a point to go there. See? Because People make mistakes. Some people have to do with what them have. You know, tell me, say, if I run belly or I do the whole you, if you just gonna stand there and shit up yourself. But she did it too close to the food, and that was the problem. He who knows better does better. And hopefully she know better now and she do better. She do better. Me I carry Shakira with me, so cause she love crab more than me. So me I carry her with me. I see if she what the outcome will be. Y'all look forward to that. Uh Alice is not sorry. I watched her on the Total Package show last night. Jesus Christ. Some people just don't know how to express sorry. They don't know how to express sorry. Or me I make excuses for her. Alice, me I try save you, Alice. Nobody do no more interview, Alice. Unless you go cry and say, God no, forgive me, please, me sorry, me never know better. I may I get some training now that's teaching me better, and I will do better now. If that's not what you're saying, don't say nothing else. Because I'm over here advocating for you. I mean, also when the place open up, you're gonna want to be out there getting back to your money. But you're gonna have a problem. Because the people are gonna remember what you did. The video is still circulating. And once me watch the video, I think me might buy from the person next door. Next door. Still, I don't know. Stop making excuses for her. Cut forever. See, Sharon Ingram says, stop making excuses for you. I have to cut forever. Ja. She's forgiven, but she can't get a seal. Boy, Alex, may I work with you? Don't do no more interview. Find remorse, my friend. Find remorse. All right. Listen, with that said, we're going to move on from Alice. People may want to forgive her, though. God knows. Want to forgive her. But Alice, you have to go change your ways. The bathroom is there. You have to go use the bathroom. You can't use the bucket anymore. All right? I mean, I don't care if the bathroom full. You have to go hold it till the bathroom not full anymore. You cannot use the bucket anymore. Because if you use the bucket again and then come with the excuse about the bathroom did full and you did drink a hot beer and then burps and you couldn't hold it, we're not going to buy it. They're going to have to remove you permanently from out there. The people who remember what you did will probably never come back to you again. Those who don't know you, they'll come to you. It's just like in a barber shop. The barber will frig up people's head before, they never go back to him. But the new people that come to that barber shop, them just see an empty barber chair and a barber that's ready to go until him frig up for them head too. Or if him cut them head good, him have a customer for life. So I hope you play your cards right. You hear me? All right. Love. Let me take a one call. All right, live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, family. How you doing?
I'm good. Are you still on the SouFlo on the Alex?
Yeah, you're my last one. Cause we have to go into a dear SouFlo, yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to mention some stuff about how good of a person you are.
I appreciate you, family. Thank you.
I feel bad for Alice, but honestly,
You
always say on your show. I hear echo. Do you hear echo?
Yeah, you're echoing, but we can hear you.
You always saying big up to every clean-hearted people who want good for themselves and others.
Yes.
And that is so profound and speaks volumes about your character.
Yes, absolutely.
I personally don't eat crabs.
Right.
Because there's a lot of shit in the back. And up to this day, no matter how they're cooked, I can't get that image out my head to eat them.
Like there's doo-doo in the back.
Yeah. No, I look at the Alex situation, and despite what happened, you still will support her in her wrong. Forgiveness is bigger than just words, and I feel if things are corrected and she can show she's trustworthy and learn from them and the experience, I don't see why Jamaicans shouldn't support her.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I don't want to tear her down because can you imagine, like, okay, you didn't know better and you got caught doing what you thought was okay, and now you have no income. You know?
Right.
Yeah, I'm past the part where she did what she did. I'm at the having no income part.
Right. And I my mom used to sell in the market when I was growing up in Jamaica. So she has 5 children, and I don't know, but honestly, I think she would be bullied. Well, her children,
Right.
they'll be bullied for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
In and even after they leave school.
Yes.
Can
Yes.
you imagine how much pressure from social media and what she has to go through as a mother to believe, you know? How many times we as person, we go to relieve ourselves and forget to use the bathroom, or when we go to Jamaica, we forget to wash our hands before we eat food.
Jesus Christ.
Whether water gone or there's no working pipes, which is the standard in Jamaica. Like every time you go to pipe now work or whatever the situation is, you're not gonna stop. When you get off the plane, you just wanna eat.
I'm gonna be real honest with you. I'm driving around in Jamaica, and I'm a kind of person where, especially if I hit Westmoreland and the shrimp them out, pepper shrimps and the jerk man that I like, I see him. I don't remember nothing about wash hand.
Exactly. And I
don't
do
remember.
it several times
I don't care if
after
him wash hand or if
hours.
me wash hand. So I guess me nasty to some degree too. Oh man. But yeah,
I fly for 4 hours to Jamaica. I'm not trying to find a pipe most times. I'm trying to eat because I'm starving. But after
that's the
getting
truth.
tips, I'm hungry.
That's the truth. Is the truth.
So I'm just saying that's the same germs going in our stomach. We're humans, and a part of this, we just have to forgive her and move on, and let's hope she learned from the experience.
All right.
That's all I gotta say. Big up yourself, SouFLo. Big up the family.
Manners
Your kids are so adorable.
Thank you, family.
And cute.
All right. Are you alone? One love.
All right, one love, respect.
Why we say I'm me alone and your mouth the car she and your mouth there.
When we eat outside, that was the first thing you noticed. He has a sink at the side of his jerk pan.
Oh.
You're the one that showed it to me because I didn't see it.
Oh.
And there's a gas station with a bathroom right behind him.
Nika just text about her mom got in a car accident or something. Oh, wow. All right, last story for the morning, right? Let me burn the story up real quick and then I have to go. Listen to this, people. This needs your opinion. My husband keeps doing something that I think is wrong with our kids. Listen, I met this man when my daughters were very small. Their father left me with them and migrated to a foreign country and never looked back. I was not looking for a relationship, but I ended up in one and things progressed quickly. My husband was a tourist visiting Jamaica and I was working in the resort that he was staying in. We eventually got married and he took me and my 2 daughters to live with him in Canada. My husband is a very lovey-dovey, touchy-feely kind of person, and he is always loving my daughters, giving them lots of hugs and kisses ever since they were small. My daughters are bigger now and will be teenagers in another 2 years. And now, my husband's affectionate ways is beginning to bother me. I have spoken to him a few times about how uncomfortable it makes me feel, and I have asked him to stop kissing them on their faces, especially on their mouth, but he continues to do it anyways. Is this a thing that white people do? My husband is a white man, and I see how they are with their dogs, so I am guessing they are just very affectionate people. But I would like for him to stop kissing my daughters on their mouths. I met this man when my daughters were 2 and 3, and we have been married for 6 years now. He is helping me to raise them, and they do call him dad because he is the only father they know. I don't want him to feel bad, but I am beginning to get very worried about him kissing my girls on their mouth. So, Flo, do you kiss your kids on their mouth? Am I making a big deal out of nothing? Please help me. I feel like if he does it again, I am going to blow up, and I don't want to blow up and destroy this relationship for the wrong reasons. I will be waiting for your reply, but please hurry, SoFlo, because this is eating me alive. From Jess. Space E space B. Um, Let me cut this one short. Don't need to say nothing too long. Listen, Jess, I know I don't kiss my kids on their mouth. Um, I don't want nobody kissing them on their mouth. Matter of fact, I instructed my older children if they kiss my daughter, my young kids on their mouth, I'll punch their heads off their body. Nobody kiss nobody on their mouth. And your husband kissing your kids on their mouth is very inappropriate. Now, there's a messed up picture in my brain, and I'm not. I hate to bring race into it, but a white man goes to the Caribbean on vacation, sees a black woman, and then he's attracted. Then he finds out she has two small children who are black girls. And he is so in love with you that he wants to marry you and file for you and take you to live with him in his foreign country where he lives and take your two girls too. And he's always lovey dovey, touchy feely. And you excuse that because you see how they are with their dogs. Your daughters aren't dogs though. Right. No. You're not making a big deal out of anything. Tell him stop kiss the friggin' picnic them pan them Ross mouth. Matter of fact, it's giving me cringy pedo vibes. Yeah. Because first of all, a man won't do that. Period. And if he does, and you told him not to, he'll never do it again. The fact that you keep telling him how uncomfortable it makes you feel and to not do it again, and those are not his kids. I don't care how long y'all been married, those are not even his kids. Stop. You might be looking at the beginning or something that you just don't want to face. Don't end up being one of those mothers whose daughters grow up to say, it happened right in front of my mom and she never said anything about it. She let her husband do any and everything to us. Can't say me never warn you. All right? I'm going to leave this for the audience to put their 2 cents to it. But for me, that's war vibes. Forget talking loud. Forget asking to not do it again. I would mash up everything around that, especially since I said, don't do it, and you did it again. Warning. Big red flag. I know you might not want to hear it. I know you think that man, you owe him something because he saved your life and took you from Jamaica with kids and filed for you and all that. And not too many men are going to want a woman to have picnic already and all. That's probably what you're telling yourself. You owe him something. Watch what go on with your two daughter them. It's not good. Men don't do that. No man does that. Go ask some other men that you know if it's okay. And I bet you all of them tell you no, unless one of them is a pedophile and them tell you yes. With that said, we're going to leave this one right here. Manners and respect to everybody tuning in this morning. I appreciate you greatly. Walk good. And remember, karma is real and it never misses an address. Actions bring reactions. So think before you do. See y'all later. I'm out. Peace.